حبيبي.
الله يبارك فيك.
طيب يلا بينا. Okay, first thing first. Did you bring that your sheet, the follow-up sheet? This one, did you fill it up for the people that invited and attended the presentation? أول حاجة أسألكم إياها الشيت اللي أعطيتكم إياها اللي صرنا هلا.
Yeah, I'm actually using it as my worksheet, so I'm automatically filling it up as I do the invitations, as I send out the whispers and everything.
Okay, السؤال الأول سألته يا أيمن وهالة إنه هل الكل معبي الشيت هذه للناس اللي عزمهم والناس اللي حضروا؟ يعني هي أنت الاسم، الرقم، التايب HCD ABC، الانفايت اتعزم إمتى؟ في أي يوم؟ حضر البرزنتيشن في أي يوم؟ هل اتعامل معه متابعة؟ هل اتعامل معه after the presentation؟ هل اتعامل معه believe meeting؟ هل اتعامل معه coffee meeting و 3 ways call؟ هل عبيتوا هذا الإشي؟ لأنه هذا منكم كلكم عشان هلا نراجعوا مع بعض. Okay, so the question is, I need to start each one of you sharing with me this worksheet. I want to see the number of people who were invited and how many attended the presentation and how many gone through the 4 level of follow-up or 1. So many of you about what should we, people who join, the new people, it's there. Game plan, it's in the same sheet. The person who joined, his BA number, did he activate a VIP and made a shopping? Did he prepare his name list? Did he write his dream list? Is he connected? Did he understand the compensation plan? What rank he is at in? Does he know the invitation skills? لأنه في كتير منكم سألوني طيب إحنا الناس اللي سجلوا معنا جداد شو لازم نعمل؟ نفس الشيت اللي بعثت لكم إياه الفولو أب ده. بعد الفولو أب في عندنا الجيم بلان انترفيو. ده الشخص اللي سجل البي اي نمبر تبعه، هل فعل الفي اي بي وعمل شوبينج ولا لا؟ هل عمل الكونتاكت ليست بتاعته ولا لا؟ هل عمل الدريم ليست تبعته ولا لا؟ هل هو متواصل معك ولا مش متواصل؟ هل هو فاهم خطة الدخل؟ شو الرانك اللي هو عليه تيم ممبر تيم ليدر؟ وهل هو تعلم السكيلز او مهارات الدعوة ولا لا؟ نعم، لكن بخط اليد وجاري استكمال نقله للنموذج. مش مشكلة أيمن، ممكن نشاركوا مع بعض هلا. Okay, so this is the next sheet that I explained last time. That's why I told you focus with me. This is the game plan. This is what to do with the new people. You have to make them activate the VIP and make a shopping. They have to write a name list as we have made. They have to have their dream list written down. They have to be connected with you almost every other day and attending the presentation. And you want to make sure that they understand our compensation plan, the binary, the commission on the cashback, the commission on the organizational cashback, the direct commission. And you need to make sure that they have learned the invitation skills and they have the invitation scripts. These are the game plan for the new people, the steps to follow with the new people. After the person have achieved this, then we're going to professional skills training. 7 skills of pro networker, law of attraction, presentation training, sign up training. Did he do 15 presentation yet? What rank he achieved? Did he attended any advanced training? And the final stage for anyone to become a professional and to start the project is when is he willing to start his 20 and 30 campaign, his Blitz campaign. That's that second step. So these are all in the Excel sheet. So that is the follow-up sheet, follow-up program, the name, the number, the type, what date was invited, what date he attended the presentation. Have you made for him a follow-up call after the presentation immediately? Did he attend after the presentation meeting? Did he attended a VIP Believe meeting? Did you get him into a 3-way call or a coffee meeting with your upline? This is for the prospect. After they become a business associate, they go through this. After they graduate from this, they go through this. فهذا يا جماعة
What is the SN again?
serial number like 1 2 3 4 5 like serial number. It's like 1 2 3 4 5 6.
The
That's-
number of people?
No. Like, okay, when you write Khaled, he's number 1. Then Muhammad, he's number 2. Then, you know.
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
يا جماعة هذا الشيت اللي أنا أعطيتكم إياه اللي هو زي ما قلت لكم اللي هو 3 شيتس. الشيت الأول ده للبروسبكت زي ما اتفقنا. الاسم الرقم التايب HCABC بعدين أي تاريخ انعزم أي تاريخ حضر المحاضرة هل عملت معاه متابعة فولو أب كول مباشرة بعد المحاضرة هل حضر الافتر ذا برزنتيشن ميتنج هل دخلت معاه بفي اي بي بليف ميتنج هل عملت معاه 3 واي كولز وميتنج مع الابلاين تبعك تو كلوز هيم ده البروسبكت بعد ما البروسبكت بيسجل على طول اسمه البي نمبر تبعه اكتف له الفي اي بي وخليه يعمل شوبينج علمه كيف يعمل الكونتاكت ليست والدريم ليست اوكي جيت هيم كونكتد خليه يكون متواصل معنا البرزنتيشن بالسيستم فهمه واشرح له الانكم بلان اللي هي الدايركت كوميشن والباينري والارباح على الكاش باك البيرسونال ارباح على الكاش باك الاورجنايزيشن ولازم يتعلم الانفيتيشن سكيلز تكتب شو الرانك تبعه هلا بعد ما يتخلص من هدول كلهم بيروح على الجوينج بروفيشنال اللي هو السفن سكيلز اوف نتوركر تريننج اللو اوف اتراكشن تدريب البرزنتيشن تدريب ستاين اب لازم يكون عامل 15 برزنتيشن شو الرانك تبعه الادفانس تريننج وامتى حيبدا البليتس كامبين تبعته لانه هي بدايته الحقيقيه في البزنس. This is the third يعني الادفانسد بعد ما يكون هو اوريدي خلص من هاي المرحله الاولى. فهذا الشيء موجود معاكم اوريدي هذا للبروسبكتس هذا للناس سجلوا جداد هذا للناس اللي بلشوا يعملوا نتائج والفولو اب ستيبس معاهم. اوكي فبس حبيت اوضح واتاكد من هاي النقطه. اوكي let's start by سجاد. سجاد can you start sharing your sheet؟ حنبدا هلا مع سجاد.
Actually, my sheet is on another device.
What's the name?
Let me try to show you maybe as a picture.
No, I can give you the share screen option.
No, it's not on this device. I'm talking to you on the phone. Hello, can you see me?
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Yes, I can see you. I can see you.
Can you see it?
Okay, just what you do, send an email and then open it from your email in the phone.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay, who else is ready? Peter, until Sajjad finish. Peter, are you ready?
Yeah, I missed what you said. I had to run downstairs quickly. What
Okay.
were you asking?
I was asking, are you ready to show your, I can give you the option to share your screen.
Well, it's not on my screen, it's on paper.
It's not in
I
your,
had to do it. I did a paper one.
okay, share with us yours.
Share with it.
Mm.
Hold on. I don't know why it's not showing here.
Now it's showing.
There it is. Okay, so there it is. It's on paper. So I've got all my people on the left, and the red dots are people that came to the presentation, or I'm working with seriously, have expressed an interest, or even said they wanted to join. And then I'm filling in the columns, and I put a check mark if they went to the business presentation, follow-up call, etc. So these are my check marks. And then there's another page, same thing. And
Okay.
then a third page, same thing. And then behind that are all the lists of people that I haven't whispered yet.
Okay, now give me a statistics. هلا هو بفرجينا هون الناس اللي هو عزمهم على الكونتاكت ليست تبعته كامله. اوكي، الناس اللي عزمهم اللي حضروا برزنتيشن واللي عملوا فولو اب. الاحصائيه وعشان كده في مع بعض. اوكي، give me the statistics. How many people you whispered so far, and how many people you have invited, and how many people attended the presentation. These three things first. Give me numbers.
So how many people I whisper, how many people I invited, and how many people joined the presentation?
Yes.
I will have to put those together. Why don't you do the next person and I'll have them for you in a little bit. I'll just write them all down. I got to go through the list and add them up.
We do the calculation. سجاد, you ready? عم بعمل حساباته هلا.
How many days have we been whispering since we started the Blitz?
هلا forget about the days. Look at your statistics. Don't connect that with the number of
Well,
days.
I would whisper, but I wouldn't write down who I whispered. I would whisper a lot more people than I wrote down. Because I whispered them out of my phone. So I must have whispered, you know, several hundred out of my phone, but I'll figure it out. Okay, thanks.
Yes. Sajjad, you ready?
Yes, brother. I've emailed it, but for some reason it's not coming on my phone. I'm waiting for it to arrive.
Refresh.
Yeah, I am refreshing. I'm pushing it down, trying to refresh. Let me make sure it's gone.
هلا عبال ما ريتشارد قاعد بيحسب كم كل جماعه الكل يعمل هذا البروسيس عشان يجي الدور. احسب كم مسج ويسبر انت بعتت، واحسب كم انفيتيشن انت عملت، واحسب كم واحد حضر الانفيتيشن وجهز الرقم.
هلا أنا حسبتهم جهزتهم.
Okay. Until you get the message, Sajjad will go through هالة is ready. هالة تفضلي.
حسبتهم بالدقة تماما. لحد الآن أنا 250 اسم كلمتهم كتابة فقط. أول رسالة من أصل 250 بالضبط. 250 اليوم كان رقم 250 الصبح. بالضبط 90 رفضوا، 90 فورا قالوا لي لا منهم. يعني 160 واحد أنا كلمته صوت.
عملتي له invitation.
invitation صوت، يعني مو بس المرحلة الثانية، مو بس بعد الكتابة الصوت. من هدول 160 91 بالضبط مسجلتهم عندي على الورق. قالوا لي إنه أوكي، مثلا الاثنين كان 14 شهر، الأربعاء الخميس السبت 91 بالضبط قالوا لي أوكي بنحضر وكذا. أكدت عليهم بنفس يوم البرزنتيشن اللي عندنا الصباح. مو كلهم كانوا فاتحين لأنه مو كلهم عندي أرقامهم بصراحة. تقريبا من هدول الثلث عندي رقم الخاص، رقم الجوال. من هدول 91 في عندي 47 بالضبط حضروا البرزنتيشن.
47 حضروا البرزنتيشن.
كل البرزنتيشنات اللي انعملت منهم 47 بالضبط حسبتهم اللي حضروا. هلا هدول 47 ليش رجعت تواصلت مثل ما قلت حضرتك، رجعت تواصلت مع اللي تاخروا او كذا. كلياتهم كانوا اكثر من نص نسبتهم هن طلاب. هون قالوا لي انه بعد الاكزامن، بعد ما تخلص الامتحان اكيد بنتواصل ونحكي ومستعدين نسمع فكرتك، بس باخر شهر واحد بعد الامتحانات.
يعني انت فعليا بعتي 160 مسج.
250 160 تكلمت معهم صوت.
160 مسج. 91 واحد حكيتي معهم؟
لا 160 حكيت معهم صوت. 160
حكيتي معهم صوت. اوكي.
منهم 91 اللي اكدوا لي انه اوكي رح نحضر.
واللي حضر منهم تقريبا 50.
47 بالضبط.
يعني نحكي احنا من 91 يعني 47 تقسيم 91 تحكي على نسبة 52%. ممتاز.
بس الباقيين قالوا لي انه اخر شهر واحد مستعدين نسمع الفكره، انه اغلبهم اكثر من النص هن بموسكو او بسان بطرسبرغ هن طلاب يعني.
اوكي مش مشكله. هلا اللي اكدوا وما حضروا قال لك حيرجعوا يحضروا، هذا برضه لسه يعني شغالين بالبايب لاين ما رفضوا. بنحكي على كم يوم صرنا مبلشين احنا؟
14 12 كانت اول برزنتيشن.
لا للويسبرز.
قبل بيومين بلشنا. لا يوم الاثنين يوم الاربعاء.
يوم الاربعاء بلشنا نبعث الويسبر. يوم الثلاثاء بلشنا.
3
ثلاث
صحيح.
ويسبرز صح؟ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 31. يعني المفروض انت تكوني باعته 310 ويسبر مسج.
لا 250.
يعني في ايام مجليين عندك
250 بالضبط. انا حسبتهم اليوم، مش شوي حسبتهم قبل ما وقت بعثت لنا. بس لسه في عندي.
ما انا عارف بقول لك يعني هلا احنا المفروض بدانا يوم الثلاثاء كان اول ويسبر مسج، وكنا اول انفيتيشن حددناه يوم الخميس.
هلا في بعضهم هلا 250 رفضوا منهم 90. في بعضهم ما ردوا بنوب، هذوك ما حسبتهم.
وفي بس انت يعني انت المفروض كنت بعت 310 مسج لغايه هلا لغايه اليوم. لا شيل اليوم 300 مسج المفروض يكون بعد.
انا ما حسبت يلي ما ردوا علي بنوب، ما حسبتهم، هدول كثيرين. اللي ما ردوا بنوب في بعضهم ما ردوا ابدا لهلا، ما ردوا ما فتحوا. بس انا عم اقول لك اللي ردوا علي هن 250 رفضوا منهم 90.
طيب اوكي خليني بس اختصر. هالة have sent 250 whispers or almost she was sticking to 10 whispers a day.
هلا فيني احسب. اوكي رح احسب كل شيء اللي ما ردوا علي كمان.
She's
اوكي
almost on the plan so far until yesterday. Okay, 10 whispers. Out of the 250, 91 rejected. So 160 accepted. So she made 160 invitations. Out of 160 invitations, 47 attended. Okay, first of all, out of 160 invitations, 91 confirmed that they're going to attend. And out of the 91 who had confirmed to attend, 47 attended already. So that's 52%, which is very high. The rest who did not attend, that because they were students, and they told her, okay, we will attend. When she called them back, she said, okay, after our exams at end of January, if we finish our exams, we can attend. So that's so far her statistics. So far her statistics are so good. Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, هلا من 47 واحد عملتي معاه فولو اب كول بعد المحاضرة مباشرة؟
كلياتهم حكيت معهم، بس مو كلهم حضروا الافتر برزنتيشن اللي عملتها حضرتك لأحد والثلاثة.
طيب هلا كلياتهم ال 47 اللي حكيتي معاهم كاتبة كل واحد شو كان الرأي تبعه؟
كاتبة بخط ايدي، بس مو كلهم كانت ايجابية بصراحة. مو كلهم كانت ايجابية، مع انهم سمعوا يعني ما كانوا ايجابية. يعني مثلا مثل امبارح، اخر واحد امبارح وقت برزنتيشن قال لي رجعت حكيت معه. مثلا واحد كان يمكن من الموجودين امبارح، كانوا 7 موجودين، قال لي انه بصراحه انا طلعت ما قدرت اكمل بعد بساعه، لانه انت قلتي لي اولا انه هي مده البرزنتيشن ساعه، وبهي الساعه ما بالنسبه لي حكى كثير شغلات حشو. انا بدي اعرف شو البزنس وبس يعني. فهي شغله يعني هيك. يعني في بعضهم يعني هي واحد من ردود الافعال مثلا يعني.
طيب اوكي
بس فيني اقول لك، بس انا مسجله، فيني اقول لك انه 5 منهم بقائمه الهاي. يعني 5 مستعدين، بس حاسستهم مترددين. كثير عجبهم المشروع. 5 فقط.
طيب كم واحد فيهم دخل الافتر ذا برزنتيشن؟
تقريبا شيء 20 تقريبا أو 18 اثنين ما متأكدة يعني 20.
طيب بعد الافتر ذا برزنتيشن عملتي معهم البليف ميتنج، دخلتي معاهم فرجتيهم الفي اي بي، تسجيل الشركه، الامور هاي كلها، فريق العمل، التيم زي ما اتفقنا على الفيديوز؟
لا لأنه طلبوا مني بس بدهم فيديو على اليوتيوب جاهز لإلك، أعطيتهم إياه على قناتك على اليوتيوب، أغلبهم طلبوا مني وقال خلينا ندرس المشروع ونرد لك جواب.
اوكي، هلا هدول ال 47 واحد اللي حضروا كم واحد منهم كان ايجابي؟
كلهم وورم فيني صنفهم بس في فقط 5 كانوا كتير إيجابيين.
وكم واحد كان سلبي؟
أكثر من نص.
يعني فيك تقولي اللي كان ايجابي 50% صح؟
بس اللي مستعد انه يشتغل بالبزنس هدول ال5 اللي هلا عم اتواصل معهم لسه، يعني عم حاططهم.
اوكي بيرفكت ممتاز جدا. اوكي
طيب ممكن بس مشان نكمل يعني اخلص دوري اعطي المجال لغيري. في من ضمن هدول ال5 4 عرب، 2 بموسكو وواحد بس روسي. هلا الروسي لحاله امبارح اتصل فيني حكى معي، قام قال لي شو رايك نحكي مشان البزنس تبعك؟ قلت له اوكي. قام قال لي اليوم الساعه 11 بالليل قال لي نتواصل بنحكي، بس انا رح احط خطه عمل للسوق الروسي، عم اعمل دراسه عليه، وانت بدي اياكي تقولي لي خطه العمل تبعك، انت شو عم تفكري، شو هي 1 2 3 الخطوات، والا هيك ما حاشترك، ما رح نشتغل مع بعض اذا ما عندك خطه للشغل. بنحكي اليوم الساعه 11 وبنتفق كيف ممكن نبلش بالسوق.
طيب هذه هي المرحله الاخيره اللي اسمها الثري واي كولز. في خطه العمل هذا وبهذا الاجتماع اوكي حاول يكون الابلاين تبعك ابو طارق او محمد فايز، ضروري حاول يرتب معهم موعد.
قصدك هلا حاليا هو لانه كثير شاطر بالماركتينج، عم يدرس ماركتينج وعنده خلفيه مسبقه عن كل هالامور. هو عم يدرس هلا السوق الروسي، بس قال لي بدي اعرف انت شو عندك، شو خطتك. فانا كتبت عندي نقاط 1 2 3. قلت هو قال لي انه انا عندي مثلا حاليا عندي 3000 اسم على جوالي، عندي 3000 رقم. فانا حاطه هلا الخطوات كتبتها، انه بدي اقول له اول شيء ما بعرف اذا صح، يعني انا بدي اسال اصلا. اول شيء انه انت، هو طبعا طلب مني امبارح صحيح البي دي اف للبرزنتيشن، اعطيته اياه، بعثت له اياه بعثته انت. فقال لي ممتاز، كثير ممتاز، عجبتني، انا رح احاول اترجمها للروسي بس بكره بعد ما نجتمع نحكي انا وياكي. فهو انا بدي اقول له هي الخطوات. اولا انه انت تحاول تعمل برزنتيشن بالروسي للروس، وانا بعمل برزنتيشن بالعربي للعربي هون. هي اول خطوه. ثاني خطوه رح اقول له نفس الخطوات اللي انت علمتنا اياها من ناحيه الارقام. عنده 3000 اسم، عنده كثير، هو شباب وكذا، بالذات اجانب. فما بعرف اذا صح هيك ولا لا يعني.
لا هذا ممتاز اللي بتعمليه ممتاز، بس يعني هالموضوع يفضل دائما يكون معك الابلاين، لانه في مخططات، في تارجت ممكن يعطيكم اياها محمد فايز او ابو طارق.
ما تنسى استاذ انه هو لسه ما سجل، يعني هو بده يعرف، هو ما بده يسجل هيك على العمياني مثل ما بيقولوا.
هذا الجد قدامكم، هاي الخطوه الاخيره شو اسمها؟ الثري ويز كول. الثري ويز كول انت والبروسبكت وابلاينك. ما تنسوش انتم في مرحله التاهيل. بدك شغلات كثيره، قد ما انت كنت شاطره وبتعرفيها حتفوت عليك الابلاين، راح يكفي ويغطي عنك. فضروري تبعتي مسج ليور ابلاين هلا، قولي له في عندي شاب روسي من السوق الروسي شاطر كثير بالماركتينج، عنده 3000 اسم، حاب يقعد معي عشان بده يبلش ليشوف خطه العمل، عشان اذا عندنا خطه عمل واضحه نشتغل مع بعض فيها يبلش ونبدا نشتغل مع بعض. فانا اي نيد يور سبورت اليوم الساعه كذا بتوقيت روسيا وقريبه بتوقيت السعوديه او توقيت البحرين. Okay, Hala, she said, out of the 47 people who have attended the presentation, almost 20 people are positive. 5 of them are very hot and ready to start, but they're just in the preparation process. Okay, and today she have a meeting with one Russian guy, okay, who has like 3,000 people contacting his mobile, and he said, I want to meet you tonight to see the plan you have for the Russian market, because if you don't have a clear plan, I will not start like this. So what I told her, if you look at the last step here, it's called the three-way call. When the prospect signed up in any of those stages, that's perfect. But if he is into this stage, which is the stage of that Russian guy with Hala, he needs to sit and see the plan and the vision. This is called the three-way call. Why we call it three-way call? Because that's you, the prospect, and your upline. In this three-way calls, it's very necessary to have your upline with you. Why? Because some points, you are all still in the training process, the preparation process. Some point that you might forget or miss, your upline will cover. Some plans that you don't know about, your upline have an experience, he will tell. So I told her immediately contact your upline and tell him, I have a Russian guy, he has more than 3,000 contacts, he's very superior at marketing, and he wanted to start the Russian market, but he told me he wanted to meet with me and see my plan. If I don't have a clear plan for the Russian market, he will not start. So she wrote some points, which is very good. She told me about them for the plan, but I told her contact your upline immediately and tell her about this very important meeting, because that could be the big start for your Russian market.
But I have to tell him, yes.
Sorry?
I have to tell لازم اقول له صح؟
يا انت هلا انت كيف بدك تقولي له؟ هلا حدد معك موعد يوم الساعه 11 تبعتي له مسج باي ذا واي وي ار فيري لاكي احنا محظوظين كثير على فكره، حيكون معنا شخص اكسبرت وحقق نجاحات في هذا البزنس وهو الفوت على الموضوع، حيكون معنا بهذا الميتينج عشان نقدر نحط الخطه الواضحه والقويه. هذا بعد ما تاخذ التاكيد من ابلايننج. كانك بدك تعلميه اذا بدك او ما بدك، لا بدك تجيبي له اياه انك كانك بتزفي له خبر ايجابي. Just ask me, should I tell the prospect that someone gonna be with us? I told him, yes, absolutely, but don't tell him as if you're taking his permission. You have to in a way that you are sharing with him that you know what, Mr. Alex, by the way, in our meeting tonight, we're going to have my upline, an expert person and who made a lot of success, who's going to be with us in the meeting to help us build the strategy for the Russian market. That's my great news. Let's make it happen. But of course, after she got the confirmation from the upline. So yes, she needs to tell him, but not telling him in a way taking his permission. Telling him in a way that she is sharing a great news, that we're lucky that we're having this. The same thing, but different approach. Now, the important thing هلا، الشيء المهم هلا إنه you have to keep continuing your whispering and your invitation as it is to continue 30 days. Second, all the people who attended the presentation, whether they're warm, كل الناس اللي حضروا البرزنتيشن سواء كانوا warm أو hot، أوكي؟ زي ما قلت لك هدول بدك تتابعي معاهم، بدك تكملي معاهم، بدك تدخليهم بثري واي كولز. يعني هلا اليوم حنتدرب على الهاندلنج اوبجكشن والفولو اب، هذا اللي حتعلميه اليوم بدك ترجع كمان تطبقيه معاهم، هدول لسه بالهوت ليست. والناس برضه اللي ما ردوا زي ما قلنا قبل، الناس اللي ما ردوا اقول لك احنا مش جاهزين هلا، هدول بحطهم ببرودكاست ليست تو فولو ثرو، بضلني بشارك معاهم الايفنتات، بشارك معاهم البرزنتيشنز، بشارك معاهم النيو نيوز، بخليهم كل اسبوع مرتين ببعث لهم اشياء جديده، كل اسبوع مره مرتين، بخليهم يحسوا انه في شيء مستمر، لانه عادي جدا الناس تغير رايها بعد وقت.
بس المرحله الاولى يلي رفضوا رفض قاطع بالبدايه هدول خلص شو بدي فيهم صح؟
هدول بتابعوك على السوشيال ميديا.
وبس بعد اذنك على سيره السوشيال ميديا، انت قلت لنا يمكن انه رح تعلمنا كيف لازم نعمل دعوات عن طريق هدول البرامج، صحيح؟ لانه كمان حكينا على اساس نحكي بهذا الموضوع اليوم، لانه
اذا لحقنا حنحكي فيه، اذا ما لحقنا بنحكي فيه نكست داي، لانه اليوم برضه قبل السوشيال ميديا مجهز زي كل البوست تاع السوشيال ميديا مجهزهم وكاتبهم، بس قبل بدنا نحكي على موضوع الفولو اب والهاندلنج اوبجكشن. المتابعة والتعامل مع الاعتراضات فحسب الوقت. اوكي فيعني هلا بدك تركزي على انك تكملي الكامبينز تبعونك والدعوات تبعونك زي ما هم، وبدك تركزي على المتابعات زي ما حنتعلم اليوم مع كل الناس اللي كانوا مش سلبيين، اللي كانوا سلبيين بيتابعوك على السوشيال ميديا زي ما حنشوف هلا. Okay, so we're telling her now the most important thing to focus on in continuing her whispers and invitation as they are, okay? And focus at following up with all the people attended the presentation, and especially after the presentation meeting, okay, on the way that we're going to talk about tonight. Because tonight we're going to discuss the following through and handling objection. Okay, let's take one more example. Sajjad, you ready?
Okay, so I just managed to summarize my thingy. I did 135 whispers.
Show me your video.
For some reason, it is not transferring to my phone. I don't know why.
Show me.
I think there's a problem in my laptop. It's not able to email out.
Sajjad, only your camera while you're talking. Sajjad.
Hello, can you see me?
Not yet.
Hello?
Not yet, Sajjad.
When you're ready, I've got my numbers.
Now we can see you. Yes. Yalla.
Okay. So basically, I've done about 135 whispers and around 54 presentations. And so basically, almost like all of my whispers were very successful. So they were definitely, it's working for me. And alhamdulillah, further to our training with the invitations, mashallah, my invitation has also improved quite a bit.
Okay, now again.
And so I took 17 of those people to after the presentation.
No, Sajjad, wait a minute. 100 whispers, right?
135 whispers.
How many when you have invited on a phone call?
Yeah, same, about 135. I spoke to them all.
Perfect. Okay, how many attended the presentation?
54.
54 divided by 154?
54 divided by 135.
35. 40%, very good. Okay, how many, so 54 attended the presentation. How many attended before after the presentation? How many of those 54 you have made a phone call to them, the follow?
All 54.
All 54. Okay, out of 54, how many one was positive? You know, let's say for A, B, C. A, he was very positive. B, he's positive, but still, you know, having some doubt. C was not very positive or was negative.
So 2 were A's.
From 54, 2 were A's.
Yes.
Okay.
On the initial follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
The others were like, you know, thinking about it kind of thing.
So 52 still positive, but they're thinking and having questions.
Yeah. I mean, a few of them later on came back and showed me some trust view or something like that and trust pilot. And they said, oh, no, this is not for me, that kind of stuff. But overall, 3 people right now have said that they're going to sign up, but they have not signed up. I've sent them the link.
Okay.
2 of them, they are very close. Jafar, I think you spoke to him last time, and Saud. So these 2 are very close. 2 people have joined as free members.
Okay.
And 1 person has become a VIP member.
Okay. Now let's start from the beginning. You have 60% weakness on the website.
Hello?
Yes, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
60% weakness on the whisper because you were supposed to send 300 whisper message so far.
Yes, we spoke about this, remember?
But that's
initially when I sent out the 10, because of the timing, I was in a real mess, you know, because number one, I had some guests as well, and I was I had a real a panic attack almost. So I told you as well. Remember right at the beginning that I was cutting it down to 5. So about a week or so, I was down to 5,
But that
and then I picked up again.
That was for 2 days.
About 4 or 5 days, I think.
Okay, but even if you remove the 4 days, you would still have minus 20, you would still have whispered 270. But you whispered 135.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I had some guests, so I had to cut out a few days. So I had to take them out, you know.
Okay. The people that you have told them to, that you said that 5 people or 4 people, they were ready to sign up and you have sent them the link, right?
3 people, I have sent them the link.
Okay, what we have said about the sign up, we said that you send the link or you have to get into a call with them and show them how to sign up and guide them step by step.
Okay, I mean, this is where I need a little bit of a polishing up on my follow-up and closing skills.
Okay, guys, see. So, okay, خلينا let me say in Arabic very fast. أول إشي كنت بقول لسجاد إنه أنت عندك ضعف في الويسبر، لأن أنت المفروض أنت تعمل 280 ويسبر مسج تعمل 135، فعندك 50% فشل في هذا الموضوع. ثاني شغلة نسبة النجاح عندك من الويسبر الانفيتيشن تقريبا 100%. أنت عندك هذا عامل ثقة مهم جدا بس ما استغليته صح وما استخدمته صح لأنك كان عندك الرقم ضعيف. ثالث شغلة من 135 واحد اللي حضروا البرزنتيشن 54 واحد كانوا إيجابيين ولا واحد كان سلبي. 4 منهم رجعوا له بعد هيك شافوا شوية ريفيوز على الإنترنت وكذا وسلبية وقال لك لا هذا مش لعنا. في 4 اوريدي بدهم يسجلوا وبعت لهم اللينك. فهون في 3 أغلاط صارت. الغلط الأول الضعف تبع الويسبر، فقد حلقة الاستمرار، أي فصل بالنص كأنك أنت بتعيد من أول كل شيء. ثاني شغلة الناس إحنا اتفقنا اللي بده يسجل ما بتبعت له الرابط تبعك، بتدخل معاه في كول. قال لك أنا دام بدي أسجل، بتعمل هلا كول على الزوم، بتدخله فيه، بتعمل شير سكرين أنت وياه، يلا أوكي ادخل هون حط هون، بتكون معاه ستيب باي ستيب، مش تبعت له اللينك. ثالث شغلة الناس اللي رجعوا له بنيجاتيف فيدباك ما احنا تكلمنا عليه بالانستابل كونفيدنت، كيف نعالج هذه المشكله، ما تعالج فيها. فهي 3 غلطات اللي عم بتصير، اللي انت اليوم كل ما بتطلع كل شغله صغيره وشغله كبيره لما بتجمعهم هم اللي بيدمروا اي مشروع. فلما احنا بنحكي سيستم، يعني زي ما واحد بيعمل ماكدونالدز يقول لك لا والله البيج ماك بده شويه ملح اكثر، او لازم احط له مثلا دقه ولا بدي احط له فلفل عشان يكون طعمه اذكى. هيك صار مش ماكدونالدز، صح؟ هيك صار كسكسي. فعشان هيك بكل بساطه لما تطلع على هاي الشغلات، هاي الشغلات سبب انهيار او فشل اي سيستم. لما احنا اعطيتكم انا دوكيومنتس، اعطيتكم اوراق، اعطيتكم شيتس، هاي شيتس عشان تطبق زي ما هي. لما احنا حكينا احنا بليتس كامبين، حكينا انه احنا بدنا نطبق المانيوال، هذا اسمه اوبريشن مانيوال. So what I was sharing with the Arabic partners that, you know, one major part of failure of any system is not sticking with the system. Like for example, you have an operation manual of a generator that tells you to operate the generator, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you do 1 to 9, the generator won't work. And the same thing for the Blitz campaign. When I spent at the beginning 36 hours of learning and training with you, then I have spent too much time to prepare those sheets and share it with you on the presentations, is for things to be applied the way it is. Now, if any one of us want to apply things in a way that he thinks it's better, then it's not part of the system. The system will not work because it's the same idea of your teeth. أسنانك نفس فكرة الأسنان. You have to go to the dentist at least 3 to 4 times a year. If you don't go, your teeth will fall down. But if you go to the dentist 3 to 4 times a year and you don't brush your teeth twice a day for 2 minutes, also your teeth will fall down. So neither one will replace the other. If you go become a leader, if you want to become a leader, you can attend a leadership training twice a year, each time each day 6 hours or like 6 days with the top leadership trainers in the world, and you will get the certificate. But you will not go out from that training and you say, yes, I am a leader. You're not a leader. Leadership, it's a collection of processes and events, right? So it's the same idea. The system is the same idea of doing the two things together, brushing your teeth 2 minutes twice a day and going to the dentist 4 times a year. If both are not done, there's a total complete failure in the system. So when those small things are put, we're not going to go through the scientific effects and explanation of why everything should be done. Okay, because the first thing we said, we trust the system, we know it's going to make the results, so either we perform it or we don't perform it. Now, yes, if you less perform it, yeah, we're still going to get results. So I was discussing with them the 3 major mistakes you've done, Sajjad. Number 1, 45 to 50% failure of the whispers. Number 2 is when the people came to you back with a negative feedback of the trust pilot and everything, we spent almost 4 hours talking about that, which are the opinions and the facts. And those are one of the easiest things to be handled. So if someone came with me with those objections, as we're going to see tonight, this is one of the easiest things to sign him up. Third, when we said, when people they want to sign up, I mentioned that clearly. We don't share the link. We have to get with them into a call. Even if I cannot create a Zoom, which is the easiest thing in the world, I can go to zoom.com, create a free account. I have 45 minutes free. Okay, and I can have so many meetings. I can get with a Zoom and share this and go with and ask him to share his screen, and we go step by step on the sign up. So I am with him on the sign up. Because if I just send my link to someone, go and sign up, that person is not taking me serious. You're telling me to start, you're talking about this a huge e-commerce project and launch and big vision, and you're not being with me in my first day. Like you're not being with your wife when she's bringing a birth in the hospital.
Yes.
When your wife is delivering in the hospital, and I know that God, inshallah, she will be good. I know the doctors are so good. Yes, you're right. The doctors are so good. Yes, the system is very good. Yes, he can do the sign-up. Yes, everything. But that thing your wife will never forget for you.
You could send her the link.
You could send her the link. أنا كنت عم بتكلم على نقطة إنه لما أنت بدك تسجل واحد وتقول له خذ اللينك هي وسجل. أنت زي بالضبط يعني أول شيء هو ما حياخدك بجدية. أقول مين هذا يعني بقول لي مشروع دخل 1 minute سجل 1 minute. I just send this small part. بصير موضوع كبير وضخم وبيج بروجكت وخذ روح سجل. زي نفس الموضوع بالضبط لما أنت ما تكونش مع مرتك بيوم ولادتها. حتقولها الدكتور ممتاز، حتقولها المستشفى رائعة، حتقولها أكيد ربنا حيحفظك، ما حيصير لك شيء. نفس الشيء الويب سايت تبعنا ممتاز، في تبع الخطوات ويسجل وفي كذا.
صح.
سألك اليوم. It's the same concept. يعني أنت
بقول لك لا تاخذ الكارت.
إيه؟
مو ظن هو بتاعه.
أيمن بتكلم؟
صوت ما واضح عفوا. الو.
لا ما أيمن كان بحكي فكرته عم بكلمني.
اوكي انا كمان حسيت. عفوا بس ممكن سؤال بعد اذنك. بس نقطة شو الغاية انه لما بدهم يسجلوا مثلا اني ادخل معهم وسجل نشوف خطوة بخطوة، يعني ليش افضل من اني ابعث لهم الرابط؟ ما هو الرابط حيكون الرابط تبعي يعني.
هلا شو انه زوجك يكون معك وانت عم تولدي وهو لا حيولدك ولا حيوقف مع ولا حيعمل شيء مع الدكتور ولا حيعلم الدكتور ولا حيعمل اي شيء. شو الغايه؟
دعم، قصدك دعم يعني.
انت بتعامل الانسان على انه شريكك، بارتنر. يوم الولاده تبعته دخول المشروع انت مش معه، الاساس اللي بده ياخده انت عم بتقول مشروع كبير بدنا نبدا مع بعض بدنا نعمل، واذا في اول يوم بدايه لإلي انت مش معي، مش حاسس بوجودك معي، مش هتفرق ال 10 دقائق، التسجيل كله 10 دقائق. فهذا الاحساس اللي بيخلي الواحد ياخدك بجديه. Okay, brother Sajid, you were having a question.
Yeah, so the second point was that I need to set up a Zoom account and do it live with them. What was the third error that I did?
It's three things. Number one,
Yeah.
the lake of the whispers.
Yes.
Two, the people who came to you with negative feedback, you said the trust pilot, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Not
No, so I did actually do all of that. I showed them about how we are we are in partnership with all these 12,000 biggest global suppliers. We are a listed company. All that I showed them.
Okay.
But he was trying to show me on Trust Pilot or something about how we were not paying salaries or something like that. So then I said, okay, look, if you're not interested, just leave it. So I just it was becoming too messy.
Sajjad, see, this is what I said. You never walk away defeated. You never walk away. Why it's getting too messy? You know, why you getting so or no? You know, what's about Trust Pilot? I can open and show him all the stupid negative feedback about Google and Apple and Microsoft.
No, I showed him that. I actually went and I showed him that one. That look, even for actually, I took his own company. You know, I said, look at your company. I put his company name and I put down scam, and like 2 billion things came out for his company. So I said, look, even yours is there. You know. So he said, look, whatever it is, this is not in my personality and all that kind of excuses. So I said, okay.
I'll tell you something, and I can also share with them the story of Emirates Airline, what happened Corona for 5 months, they never paid salary for anyone. And after they come back, they cut their salary to 50% and 30% was dismissed. So that's like, you know, all whatever. So that's the main objection of opinions and facts. And, you know, he owned a company that's a businessman. Bro, you're a businessman. We either take opinions or facts. Okay? So you have to reconsider this. I thought of you as a person because you're professional, you're businessman, and I know we can start this big. It's a very huge opportunity. And if I were you, I would just message him back and tell him, brother, I was thinking of our conversation last time, and I was so متعجب, مستغرب.
Disappointed?
Wonder.
ايش؟ مش وندر.
Wonder.
كلمة أكثر من وندر. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. كلمة على طرف لساني كانت.
Amazing.
Amazed. I was so amazed from your response because I thought such a professional businessman like you, he would show this big, huge opportunity with your trust, with your professionalism, and with our professionalism of our team. We could make something so big. So I highly urge you to reconsider this. And if you're planning to get into a third meeting with someone who's expert, I can arrange a meeting for you so we can put all the questions, we can put all the details and set up the plan together.
Inshallah.
And thanks for listening. Khalas. And those are the three things that I mentioned. Okay. Peter, you want to share your numbers?
No, but I will. They're not that good. So I did 120 whispers, I'm afraid. Out of that, I did about 30 invitation conversations. About that, I got about 15 to come to the presentation. And then 3 say they would like to join. And 5 have high interest. So I didn't do that well.
Okay. So guys, I will
But
repeat.
I've learned a lot on this call, Colette. I'm sorry, I learned a lot.
Okay.
I'm the Walking Dead, keep that in mind.
We are all.
Hard to come back from the Walking Dead.
Okay. Yes,
You're
yes.
walking around dead and suddenly you have to wake up, you look around, you say, wait a minute, I was dead here. So I'm getting better, I'm getting better.
Okay, guys. See, it's all about, you know, I want to tell you something. Sometimes we are in a bad mood, we're in a good mood. Sometimes when we're in a bad mood or stressed up and we have some maybe family issue or some personal challenges, we are not in the mood to do the work or do the invitation. This could happen, right?
Right, that's what happened.
We are in a good mood, we work and we work even more than expected. Right? That happens, yes?
Right, yeah.
This is bullshit. With all my respect to you all. You know why?
Sugar, both sugar.
Yes, no sugar, sorry. You know why?
Good.
Guys, please listen to me carefully. This is the difference between taking the business as a hobby or as a career. Meaning, we're all human. Me, myself, I go through bad times. Let's take it to your corporate world. When you were employed, working 8 hours a day, driving 4 hours in traffic, that's 12 hours a day. You had a very bad day with your wife or with your whatever, with your cousin, someone had stolen something, your, I don't know, inheritance, and some really bad issue happened to you. Will you say to your boss, well, I'm not feeling good, I cannot come to my job? Will you tell your boss, he could excuse you once, he could excuse you twice, 3rd time he will give you the warning letter, 4th time he will tell you bye-bye. And in this situation, from the first time, they are looking for an excuse just to tell you bye-bye. And this is what we said at the beginning. In network marketing, there is this power of exaggerating. You need to learn the skills of being your own boss. Taking this business as a career, meaning we're all human, we're not aliens. We're not wood, we're not metal, we have feelings. So when I am in a very bad situation or very bad mood, there is a minimum baseline that nothing in the world can let me go beyond it except death. But when I'm in a good mood, I do above this baseline 6, 7 times. If you remember the confidence building block, not the roadblocks, in the 5th confidence building block, we talked about your willingness to do extra than others. That's what will build your confidence. So when we talked about starting a Blitz campaign, when we talk about the minimum baselines, when we talked about the minimum numbers, these are your minimum performance. Anything above that is a bonus. So when you are in the worst and the baddest mood in your life, you should not go beyond that line. When we decided to commit 30 days, I told you at the beginning, you need to inform your family. You need to inform your spouse. You need to inform your kids. That those 30 days, you are going to be busy from this time to this time. When your wife wants you to take her to the shopping mall, you will take her, but you will not call her, okay, I'll take her to the shopping mall 1 p.m. when you were at your office. You would never give her a time during your working hour because you can't. Why? Because you have a boss. So now you're underestimating the boss who's out there. That's why you fail in the business. When you were employed in your job, and your wife or your kids would nag to take you out, or your cousins would nag to come to visit you at home, you will welcome them, or you will welcome your wife. That's part of our religion. We have to treat our wife good. But I will not tell her I'll take you out Monday 2 p.m. Why? Because you have a boss. So now when you are your own boss, that's mean you're underestimating that new boss. He does not exist. That's why your success won't exist. So that's the minimum baseline of success, of commitment, that you need to maintain and keep if you want to reach glory. Because I told you 10,000 times, to reach up there, it's not free. You've got to be tough. You've got to be your own boss. You're gonna need to punish yourself sometimes. I swear on my father's dead body, I can't swear, I swear my God, that I punished myself sometimes. I do things that I hate to do when I fail to do things. I need to grow up to a professional person. فاللي كنت عم بحكيه يا جماعة إنه شغلة كتير مهمة. إحنا بشر، مرات بيكون في عنا أوقات بنكون فيها والله في سلبية، بنكون فيها في تعب، بنكون فيها نفسيتنا مش منيحة فما بنعرف نشتغل. أوقات بيكون في عنا المود طالع ونفسيتنا أنبليفر بنشتغل بزيادة، صح ولا لا؟ حسب النفسية. وهذا الكلام حكي فاضي، هذا الكلام حكي فارغ. وهذا الشيء اللي أنا قلت لكم إياه، الفرق بين إنك تاخذ المشروع هذا كمشروع وكارير أو إنك تاخذه كهواية. اليوم لما أنت كنت موظف من 8 الصبح للساعة 5 العصر و4 ساعات بالزحمة، عندك 12 ساعة كل يوم. لو اليوم أنت والله كنت نفسيتك مقروفة أو تعبان أو زهقان أو مودك مش متظبط، مش هتروح على الشغل؟ حتقول لمديرك أصله مودي مش متظبط ما بدي أروح؟ ما بتقدر.
طبعا.
مرتك تقول لك والله طلعي بدي أروح على المول، حتقولها أوكي بوديك على المول، بس ما حتقولها حوديك على المول يوم الثلاثاء الساعة 2 الظهر، لأنه عندك مديرك، صح؟ لما ولادك يقول لك طلعني والله بدنا نروح بابا على الحديقة نتفسح مش عارف شو، قلت لهم أوكي حاضر بابا، بس ما حتقولهم يوم الأربعاء الساعة 3 الظهر، ممكن تقولهم يوم الجمعة الساعة بعد صلاة الظهر، بعد صلاة الجمعة. ليش؟ لأنه عندك مديرك. فإحنا قلنا أول كونسبت في إنك تكون نتورك ماركتينج بروفيشنال، إنك تو بي يور اون بوس، تكون المدير تبعك. ليش أنت محترم هذاك المدير وما بدك تحترم المدير اللي أنت معينه على نفسك اللي هو أنت؟ اليوم لما أنا باخذ المشروع از كارير كبزنس، أنا في عندي إشي اللي هو الحد الأدنى. كلنا بشر، نفسياتنا فوق وتحت عادي، بس لما أنا أكون بأسوأ حالات النفسية بالدنيا في عندي مينيمم بيس لاين ما بنزل عليه. المينيمم اللي هو بتفيد عليه بالبلاتس. لما بتكون نفسيتي unbelievable تلاقيني بعمل أكثر. ولو تتذكروا 5 نقطة في الكونفيدنت بيلدينج بلوكس اللي هي إرادتك ورغبتك، إنك دائما تكون عندك الرغبة إنك تعمل شيء أكثر من غيرك. فاليوم أخذ الموضوع ككارير لازم أعرف إنه أنا في عندي أعمال يومية أنا بدي أعملها في اليوم، هذه هي الأقل شيء، المينيمم اللي ما في شيء بالدنيا بوقفني عنها غير الموت أو يوم أو تقوم القيامة. لما تكون نفسيتي متظبطة بعمل أكثر، ما عندي مشكلة. بس هذا هو معناه إنه أنا ماخذ المشروع ككارير، هذا هو معناه إني بحترم مديري الجديد اللي هو أنا. لأنه رول نمبر 1 اللي حكينا عنها في نتوركينج برو إنك يو ار يور اون بوس. وهذا عدم احترام للمدير الجديد وعدم أخذ الموضوع ككارير، النتيجة تبعته إنه بيصير في فيلير بالأعمال المينيمم. زي أنت اليوم شو ما يكون عندك، شو ما تكون ظروفك، حتروح على شغلك، حتحضر دوامك، إلك بالسنة ممكن مديرك يستقبل إنك نفسيتك منقرفة مرة، ثاني مرة، ثالث مرة ببعث لك رسالة إنذار، رابع مرة بقول لك باي باي. وفي الأوقات هذه من أول مرة حيقول لك باي باي، بتلككوا أصلا، ما بيصدقوا بيدوروا على إيش عشان يقول لك باي باي. هذه هي العقلية اللي أنت بدك تنقلها لمشروعك، لأنه زي ما قلت لكم لتوصل لهناك مش ببلاش، مش ببلاش. بدك تتعامل مع نفسك بمبدأ الثواب والعقاب. أنت مدير نفسك، زي ما بتحترم هذاك المدير بدك تحترم المدير الجديد اللي هو نفسك. أنت مدير مشروعك اللي هو أنت، وما تتنازع عن المينيمم بيس لاين. فهذا هو بكل بساطة البيس فاونديشن تبعنا ولما اتفقنا عليها البليتس كامبين. all what I want you to understand, guys, please, for the 5th time, decide again. Is this a career or a hobby? And you don't need to convince me. You don't need to respect me. You need to respect your new boss, you. If you don't respect it, the normal, natural behavior of people, they will always don't commit. So they will always fail. That's why the majority of people, they die broke. That's why the majority of people, they don't reach the 5% circle. Because the statistics say, it proves that not clever one will make it. No, consistent one will make it. So many clever people never made it. Why? Because they're not strong enough to commit. If I will share with you the challenges I face every day, I can assure you it's 10,000 times more than what you face. But in my worst day, I work 6 hours. In my worst day, sometimes goes 16 hours. When it's 6 hours, because I'm doing it as a business. When it's 16 hours, because I love what I do. But even if I'm in my worst situation in my life, it should not go beyond 6 hours. It's my job. It's my business. It's the food I'm putting for my family in the table. It's my passport for my freedom. That if I always say I'm not willing anyone to take this away from me, I've got to say that for myself. If I don't do this, so I am the first one who's willing to grab this out of my feet. So rephrase it, guys. Rephrase it and okay. So let's go into our training. We're gonna just. I wanted really to recap, and I know that the lake of most of you. See, one of the first lake from day one, I told you we started with we were 15 people. See, now we have 7 people left. I know one of them, Ali, because he's right now in the airport. He's bringing his mother. That's 8. And 2 people are still in their job. That's 10. So out of 15, we have 10. I told you that's going to happen. And after 2 weeks, maybe the 10 will be 5. I don't care. Because this is my job. That's my business. And whoever going to fail out, it's his or her problem. I don't care. I'm going to deliver what it is. But inside me as a human,
Brother, we are not falling out. Believe me, you are transforming us. My wife is saying that I have changed. The man who was not making 1 social call per month is now making 10 calls per day. Okay. You know, Jafar is my cousin in Canada. Before I made this call for Dubli, believe me, I haven't spoken to him more than 3 times in my life. Okay, so you are transforming us, believe me. But it's an effort for us because, like I said, I mean, I don't make social calls. This is just me. I mean, I don't call my uncle who lives down the road. So he's always complaining to my mother, oh, your son never calls me. But this is me. So we are improving a lot. And like when you did the training for the invitation and you highlighted our issues, how our confidence level was down and everything. No, believe me, my invitations are much better now. If you were to do a recording now, you will see the difference between that recording and the new one. So we are improving for sure.
I'm sure, but see, let us judge. Improving, but doesn't supersede all arguments, right? So I will never, and I told you that in the first lesson, you don't punish yourself for the results because you don't punish yourself how many persons have signed up so far, but you punish yourself with your actions because you can control actions, but you cannot control results. And we know when we...
But brother, The thing was, when I got my panic attack, it was for me either I run or I stay and I do what I can do. I did not run, okay?
We're glad you stayed.
Yes, I stayed and I'm glad I stayed, yes. And
Now I have,
yes,
could I mention my problem, Khaled?
Yes.
So I'm very sociable. I like talking on the phone. That's one of the reasons I do this industry. My issue is different. My issue is that just about everyone I know, hundreds of people on my hot and warm market, know what I've been doing since 2008. Know I've done several companies. So when I whisper them or even I talk to them, I'm thinking, you know, my belief is very high. But they are not responding to the whispers because, oh, here's Peter again with an e-commerce business this time. And then there are 10 people on my super list who were big people in the previous company. And I've been not calling them because I felt like I have to build the relationship back first. And then when they ask me what you're doing, then I'll say, well, I'm glad you asked because, and then I do the invite. So that's a little what's been stopping me, but mostly it's what you said about the decision. Is this my business? And I decided it was my business, but it feels like at my age in the over 65, quite a bit over 65 group, you know, what do I need starting my whole new business now? But I'm very inspired by our new president, Biden, who's older than me, taking on the presidency of the United States and the leader of the free world. I think I can do doubly.
yeah, man,
That's
he's been
enough
for
for me.
45
That's
years, he's
enough.
been in politics.
That's enough for me.
Biden for his goal 45 years, not 30 days.
What?
Biden, okay, he worked for his goal for 45 years.
Yeah.
Yes, and me too. I mean, I ran my video business for 30 years and I did network marketing for 10 years and I was the walking dead. So I'm ready to go. And I'm getting back on the train. I'm getting on the train.
Perfect, super. So what I'm saying about, even if you look at your problem, Peter, is like so many people, they will like prejudge whatever you've been in this and that. That's why if you increased your whispers, you would have increased the number of invitation, you would have increased the number of attendees, you would have increased the number of signups.
Yes, and here's what your training really helped me on the video, part 1 and 2 I watched so I could be ready to bring in my new person. You said it's better to talk to 100 people for 20 minutes than 10 people for the 2 hours. And I realized I've been doing that. I've been going back to the people, you know, you sure, and look at this and come to this and look at that. I will spend 2 hours on one person. And so I've changed my whole attitude. I'm going to talk to 100 people for 20 minutes. Much better, because then I'll uncover the, like I caught the woman, Mako, who was on our presentation yesterday. I spent 5 minutes talking to her after I hadn't talked to her for 8 years, and she was so excited to get the presentation. Now I got to call her and follow up. Anyway, so that's enough from me.
Let's get into our follow-up training so we can just like, we're not going to be able to do the social media training today. We're going to make it next day. But let me just take you to there because this is very important because I need to follow up with everyone properly. اوكي خلينا نبلش يا جماعه الفولو اب تريننج عشان follow up and handling objection. Okay. Start writing notes. Follow up, or what we call it, follow through and handling objections. Okay. You need to know that 95%, if not 99% of people will never sign up on the same day, in the same presentation or after the presentation. أولاً تعرفوا أكثر من 95 إذا مش 99% من الناس ما بتسجل بعد البرزنتيشن مباشرة. محتاجة إنه ينعمل معها follow up. Follow up with your prospect within 48 hours, meeting after the meeting. Strike the iron when it's hot. دايماً الرول تبع الفولو اب أو المتابعة اللي هو لازم يكون زي ما احنا شفنا الجدول تبعنا هاد. أول شيء أنا بعمل كول مباشرة بعد البرزنتيشن، بعديها ثاني يوم أو اليوم اللي بعده بدخله after presentation أو أنا بفوت معه after the presentation meeting. ليش خلال 48 ساعة؟ لانه بعد 48 ساعه البني ادم بيبدا ينخلط بمفرمه الحياه. Why I said 48 hours within 48? Why is it after the presentation you have to get into a follow call with them? And after in the follow call, if he's not ready to sign up, you hook up a time with him tomorrow or the day after after the presentation, either attending or after the presentation, or you jump with your upline and do an after the presentation. Why 48 hours? Because after 48 hours, people get busy with their life routine and start to forget everything. Strike the iron when it's hot. So it's helping people making the decision. Answer any question they ask. Get your active upline to assist you. 3 ways call. The third thing of the follow-up, as we explained on the sheet, after the person, you make the follow-up call with him. After he attended after the presentation, he's still engaged. In every meeting, as I explained earlier, in every meeting, you took an appointment for the next meeting. In every meeting, you take an appointment for the next meeting. The third one is like what's happening with Hala, is a 3-way call. Why? Because he might still need to discuss plans. He might need to ask questions. He might need to hear from an expert. Always people respect a third party or third expert opinion that would influence them more than you, especially you guys know each other for a long time. So if the person gets to the third level and he still did not join, use the 3 ways call tool. If the person you get with him, he's still, going on and forth and ask you questions, say, maybe it's not for me, but I see this, but I see that. That doesn't mean he's not interested. As we're gonna see, he had objections. That means he's interested. He's thinking of it. So use the third tool, a third party, an expert. Book a meeting. Tell him, you know what? I believe there's so many unseen points that you still have. There's so many gaps that need to be filled. So I believe the best scenario for us to be able to have the right decision is to make a private meeting with my upline who has been into the business for 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, whatever, and he had done some great achievement. And he can help us setting up a proper plan and answer all the questions. So let me try to book that meeting maybe tomorrow or the day after. I'll check his time and let you know. Are you okay with that? Use the third tool. طيب النقطة الثالثة بعد ما أنت تعمل الفولو وبعد ما يحضر الأفتر ذا برزنتيشن سواء كان معايا أو مع الأبلاين تبعك أو سواء كان مع جروب أنت بتعمله وأنت مثلا شغالين مع بعض جروبس والشخص هذا لسه عم بياخذ وبيعطي لسه عم بيسأل أسئلة ممكن يقول لك بس لا أنا أظن يمكن عشان وقتي أنا أظن طب ممكن السوشيال ميديا بيحكوا طب شوف هذا شو بك طب شوف شو صار أنت هون حسيت إنه هو لسه بين وبين لا. دايما الانسان بيحب يسمع لراي ثالث الخبير دايما الاستعانه بخبير فانت بهاي المرحله بتيجي بتقول له على فكره انا شايف محمد انه في امور كثير لسه ما قدرت توضح لعندك وفي صور لسه ما توضحت فانا برايي عشان نقدر ناخذ القرار الصح لازم نستعين بخبير. انا شو رايك انا راح احاول احدد موعد بكره او بعده مع ابلايني صار له سنه في البزنس صار له سنتين ما شاء الله عمل نتائج عمل نجاحات وعنده خبره عشان يقدر يوضح لنا امور كثير عشان يساعدنا نحط خطط عمل مع بعض وعشان يساعدك انك تاخذ القرار في امور انا يمكن ما اقدر اوضح لك اياها. ما تنسى انه احنا بنشتغل مع بعض كفريق عمل فدائما استخدم ما تضيع التول هاي الاخيره اللي هي ثيرد واي كول اللي هي الراي الثالث الخبير الاكسبرت. always use it. زي ما حكينا sign up is not an event it's a process. could be 4 exposures could be 6 exposures could be 8 exposures. التسجيل مش انه والله سجل واحد هو عباره عن مراحل ممكن يكون ميتينج واثنين وثلاثه وسته وثمانيه ما انت هيك شغال بالاكشن تبعك اليومي ما دام لسه بعده بوافق انه يحضر ميتينج معناه هو لسه انترستد في عنده بعض النقاط الخفيه اللي يمكن انت مش عارف تهندلها ابلاينك يهندلها ومع الخبره حتصير تعملها مع فريقك. فما تضيع هاي التول. Invite them to join now. Remember the SW rule. Never quit. SW. Some write down. Some will join. The next. Some will not join. Third line. So what? Fourth line. someone else waiting to join. That's the SW rule. There are 4 S's and 4 W. The first S and W, some will join. Second, some will not join. Third, so what? Someone else waiting to join. So don't panic. Don't feel shy. Be sharp. You're the upper hand. Put that back in your mind. You're not begging for their mercy. You're not asking them to come and feed your kids. You're not wanting the mercy. They don't forget that they could join and make much more money more than you. They won't grab $100,000 and give it to you because you have helped them to join. When you put that back in your mind and remember that you're the upper hand, you will be sharp enough to ask them when you're planning to join. Tomorrow or the day after. I think maybe Tuesday. Okay, what time? So I can call you Tuesday. We'll set up a meeting. We'll go through the sign-up process step by step. Then I'll give you the welcome video. And I help you to activate your VIP. Be sharp enough. What the worst could happen? Again, remember, they're not paying your bills. And if they feel little bad, nothing would happen. And what I love about this business that it filters my people out. If someone wants to take it in a bad way or feel a little bit wrong about it, that's a gift from God because God had shown me to filter him out of my life. Because if people would consider my good intention in a bad intention, that means they are internally bad. And one of the basic rules of our life is to cut negative people out of your life if you want to go on. فعشان هيك النقطة الرابعة تذكر ال SW rule اللي أنا حكيته بالإنجليزي بالعربي. البعض حيشترك، البعض ما حيشترك. شو يعني؟ في غيرهم بيستنوا يشتركوا. دائما بذكر قاعدة ال SW. Some will join, some will not. So what? Someone else waiting. Some will join, some will not. So what? Someone else waiting. لما بتذكر هالقاعدة وبتذكر إنه أنا اليد العليا، أنا لا عم بطلب منه سعي ولا عم بشحت منه ولا بدي إياه يجي يرزقني وبرزق رب العالمين. ولما بتذكر إنه أنا الشخص لما بيفوت معي ممكن يعمل فلوس أكثر مني، لما يعمل فلوس أكثر مني ما حيشتغل ال 10,000 ولا 100,000 دولار يعطيني إياهم يقول والله أنك أنت ساعدتني. ما حيعمل هيك. واصلا انا بشكر ربي على هذا البزنس لانه بيفلتر لي الناس. انا شو الشيء اللي بده يفرق معي لما انا اكون شارب انف وعندي قوه شخصيه اتكلم مع الشخص؟ محمد انت ناوي تبلش ان شاء الله بكره ولا بعده؟ والله هلا والله عصام لا انا اي ثينك انه يوم الخميس. اوكي ممتاز. يوم الخميس بتحب اكلمك الساعه كام عشان نفوت بميتنج مع بعض لاعمل لك التسجيل ستيب باي ستيب عشان اتاكد انه كل شيء ماشي صح، وبعد هيك نبدا بالويلكم ميتنج تريننج. اول خطوه. ليش في ناس بتتردد على هالسؤال؟ ليش في ناس بتحس السؤال ثقيل عليها؟ شو التقل؟ شو بده يصير؟ والله الشخص يمكن يفكر فيها بتمصلح عليه. انا بحمد ربي على هالبزنس لانه عم بفلتر، بعمل زي غربال. لو في ناس بدها تاخذ طيب نيتي بسوء نيه معناها هذا اشاره من ربنا انه افلتره من حياتي. لانه من اول دروس الحياه بالنجاح انك تفلتر الناس السلبيين من حياتك لانهم بيسحبوك. اذا انا داخل بطيب نيه وبحسن نيه انه بدي هذا يشتغل معي لأنا استفيد وهو يستفيد ونشتغل مع بعض كشركاء، هو بده ياخذها بسوء نيه معناه انه هو اصلا مش سالك، في شيء مشكله. كل اناء بما فيه ينضح، كل من يرى الناس بعين طبعه. مش انا نيتي صح، مش انا سالك، انا بدي استفيد ولا عيب من ذلك. سنه مشروعه من ربنا، وبنفس الوقت عشان انا استفيد بدي انا اتعب وابذل مجهود معه واتابع معه لهو يستفيد. فنيتي سالكه. اذا هو بياخذها باعوجاج معناه هو معوج. فما لازم ما اخلي ولا 0.01% من طريقة تفكير الناس فيها تأثر علينا أنت اليد العليا في الموضوع. بدك تكون عندك الفيرم ديسيجن والثبات والقرار انك تساله هالسؤال وتفوت معه عشان تقلب نيكست. عملت معاه الفور فولو اب، دخل 3 واي ميتينجز، نيكست اللي بعده. اتذكر اس دبليو، some will join, some won't, so what, someone else waiting. It's a song. As simple as that. طيب. The fifth point in following up is handling people objections. I need to handle people objections, and I need to understand what is the objection. Because some people mistakenly thinks when people have an objection, that means they're not interested. In my philosophy, it's absolutely the opposite. Because an objection is a mirror that reflects person's desire of joining if it will be handled properly. An objection is a mirror that reflects persons or people desire of joining if it will be handled properly. Think of it for a while. If someone is, what does it mean that someone has an objection? Let's go back 1 or 2 days in the process. For someone to have an objection, that means he had spent some time looking at your project. He had spent some time researching your project. Why on earth would he do that if he's not interested? If he's not interested, he won't spend a minute to read or look about your project. Accordingly, he won't face an objection. But the logical explanation of someone facing an objection that he was interested, that's why he spent some time researching until the objection has blocked him. So this objection is that mirror that reflects the other side of his desire for joining if you know it properly and handle it. That is the objection. التعامل مع الاعتراضات النقطة الخامسة في المتابعة. والتعامل مع الاعتراضات مهم جدا لأنه بعض الناس بياخدوا إنه الواحد اللي عنده اعتراضات معناه إنه هو مش انترستد. ولكن بفلسفتي بهذا البزنس أنا مختلف معاهم تماما. لأنه أنا شايف الاعتراض هو عبارة عن مرآة تعكس رغبة الشخص في الانضمام إذا عولجت بالشكل الصحيح. شو يعني؟ فلسفة؟ لا مش فلسفة. تعال نرجع شوي 2 3 قبل ما الشخص يعطيك هالاعتراض. منطقيا اليوم البني آدم ليجي عنده اعتراض بالمنطق، كيف بده يكون عنده اعتراض؟ معناه حط وقت لشاف الموضوع، حط وقت لبحث عن الموضوع، حط وقت لقرأ عن الموضوع. طب الإنسان لما بيحط وقت يشوف الموضوع ويقرأ عنه مستحيل يجي له اعتراض إلا ما يبذل بعض الوقت في إنه يفكر في الموضوع أو يقرأ عنه أو يبحث عنه. طب يعني قبل ما يجي الاعتراض التفسير المنطقي إنه هو كان صارف وقت بالتفكير وبالبحث وبالقراءة، معناه كان انترستد لغاية ما إجا هذا الاعتراض وعمل له زي البلوك، هيك حجر التذكير. فهذا البلوك هو عبارة عن مراية وراها بتعكس السبب الحقيقي. فإذا تعالجت راح هذا البلوك، عالجت السبب الحقيقي، كمل الانترست تبعه. فالاعتراض عكس ما بتوقع الأغلبية، هو سبب للانضمام، هو مرآة تعكس الرغبة. بس again ما في إشي بيرسونال، وأجين أكيد مش الكل حيشترك، وأكيد مش الكل حيقتنع، هذا عادي. بس أنا بتعامل مع الكل بمبدأ الأساس. الاعتراض معناه إنه هو كان interested. Okay, now how can I handle people objections?
Sorry, brother, before we move to the handling objections, I know this is, can we just go back to that initial slide?
Mm-hmm.
No, the first one. Yeah, so the first line you said it was 95% of signups happen on the first meeting.
Sign up happened, you're right.
Follow up, not in the first meeting.
Of the sign up
happen on the follow-up meeting.
Don't happen.
Don't happen. Don't happen. This is the right one. Thank you, Sajjad.
Okay. So just very quickly on that first meeting. Now we are saying that, okay, 95% is not going to sign up in that first meeting. So what's going to be our agenda or script for that meeting in brief? Are we just going to say, all right, so what did you like about the presentation? Are you interested in the income side, or are you interested in the savings side? Is that the approach?
We talked about that before. You mean the follow-up meeting after the presentation?
Yes.
We talked about that details, yes, Sajjad.
Maybe I need to review that video then.
1 second.
Peter, could you have the link? Can you
Yeah,
send me the link? for
I
that?
found to review was great to watch part 1 and part 2 of the training video on YouTube by Khaled. That was very good refresher.
Yeah, could you send me the link for that, please?
It's on YouTube, part 1 and welcome part 1 and welcome part 2 on YouTube.
Okay, fine. I'll go check
On
that out.
Khaled's page.
Look, Sajjad, that's in day what? In the Blitz campaign on day number...
No, I understand that, brother Khalid. See, when you're going through like just a presentation is different from actually talking about it, like how we did the invitation, right? The invitation script.
Yeah.
So
Well, I get the script. See, that's in Blitz campaign day 4. We talked about the confidence building block, the 6th confidence building block. Then we talk about the invitation. And Blitz campaign day 5, we made an invitation workshop, right?
yes.
Blitz campaign day number 6, we talked about the presentation day. And here is the closing video.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is that can we maybe do a follow-up workshop one day?
Okay, no problem. After
Do we have that PowerPoint, Khaled, the one you're showing us right now? Do we have that?
I think, yes, I mailed it for you all also. I mailed you this
Yeah,
one.
because it'd be nice to go back and review that.
This is, see, that's the closing the deal. That's after the presentation. After the presentation is done, thank your leader for his time and effort, and then stay with your prospect alone. That's mean the call, right? When you're gonna call him after the presentation. Answer all his questions in a positive way. And if you don't have an answer to a certain question, immediately ask your leader. Talk about your success experience and what type of support you got from your leaders and the Diamonds team. Always ask question that has a positive answer. You remember when we go through this discussion, for example, don't ask how did you find the business or did you like the opportunity? Such question might have a no answer. Instead, ask what is the most thing you liked about the business? And after the answers, talk about it more. Be very positive and make him feel that you will support him and work with him as a team. And finally, explain to him about the importance of time and advise him not to talk to his people about it because he won't be able to answer their questions and they will definitely disappoint him. There's a spelling mistake here.
Okay, so I'm kind of doing this, but I mean, obviously, okay, if only 95% will sign up, that's okay. So then we are pushing them on to the after the presentation. Now after the presentation, you are normally doing the power of now and a little bit about your own, the demo.
The guy who attended the presentation, you're doing a follow-up. He signed up perfect. He did not sign up. You finally advise him not to talk to anyone. And
yes.
And then you book with him a meeting for after the presentation.
Yes. So in this one, I think Brother Isam, he did one after the presentation.
And he did it completely different from yours. Because you do the power of now, whereas he actually went through a very good presentation that I had never seen before. And he also did a little demo of the system, showing how it works, how the cashback works. And that was quite good, because I think, what's his name? Jafar attended that one when Brother Isam did it. In fact, he was the only guy there. So
this is, yeah, maybe he mixed them all together because he was doing it with his team, and his team maybe already attended the power of presentation, the after presentation, and they needed the belief meeting. So
so this was the belief meeting?
Yeah, he mixed like both of them. You could mix both if you have time with the prospect. But I mean, I always don't like to give too much, so I have time for the next card. You know, I don't like to play my cards all, because even the more I give people too much, maybe they don't forget, they don't remember everything, and I have to have another reason for another meeting. Because the more exposure the prospect is attending, the higher possibility he's signing up. So in my after presentation, I focus about the project, the power of the project. Why the project is so powerful, especially at this time, with the low risk, with all the team, with all the system that you have, with the supporting. And also in my after presentation, I also share some cashback. I show them my cashback. I show them some registration. I do some kind of practical things. But I always try to keep something, you know, for the next day if I need to have another meeting. Or some cards for the prospect, for the people to play with the prospect for the next meeting.
Okay, no, one of your, definitely your cashback is a very powerful one, because when they see the kind of money that you're earning, obviously they see the potential of the whole thing. Just one other feedback that I would like to give, you know, when you are making your presentation, you say that it needs around 15 hours per week.
Yeah, I said 8 to 15 hours per week.
Yeah, because when I was initially inviting people, I was saying like 4 to 5 hours per week, you know. So this 8 to 15 hours, a lot of people particularly who are working, they are a little bit taken back from that.
Brother Sajjad, 8 to 15, say an average of 12 hours, right? In 5 working days. Now we're talking about 2.5 hours per day.
Yeah, somebody is coming home from work, from a long day of work, they want to just relax, you know. They don't want to, particularly if they already have a good salary.
Then simply, I don't need them. You don't need them.
Yes, then we're weeding them out, I think is what Khaled said before.
Okay.
So what?
Sorry, you don't need other headache. You want people who are hungry, willing, and coachable.
Right. Okay, so we just leave them and move on, yeah?
Yeah, but if they cannot commit that time, then you know what? This is called the reverse psychology. When they see that you're waiting them out, they're gonna come back.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. This is called the reverse psychology. For example, one time I was with the doctor, I was doing it, you know, without intention. He was a surgeon. Okay, I was with him when he did the plastic surgery for me. Okay, he was asking me about what business, because he saw my Facebook, and it's like, what business you're doing, Khaled? It's like, I'm doing an e-commerce business. You tell me about it. I told him, doctor, but it won't work for you. He said, why? Because you're a very busy man. And this business needs at least 8 hours commitment per week. I said, who think that I cannot grab 8 hours? If that thing is working for me, I think, yes, I can find those 8 hours. But again, this business needs someone to start learning the skills. And you've been through learnings and you have a PhD into surgery, blah, blah, blah. And maybe you don't have that place in your mind to get all these new learnings. It's like, Khaled, if we stop learning, we stop developing. Who told you that? Put the negative excuses up front. That's called brief framing, reverse psychology.
Fantastic.
So I was getting his objections answered before even starting. So it's when I put things, Sajjad, just follow it. Trust me and follow it. When you wave people out, either you wave them out, which is good for you. You don't want headache. You want people to push you forward. You don't want people to pull you back. Secondly, it worked with some people. When they said, okay, but we cannot commit 8 to 15 hours a day, I think it doesn't work for me, then yes, yeah, bro, maybe it won't work for you. Because we're talking about a project that could make us millions. I'm talking about a huge project. And I'm really looking for founders, for people who step with me to build it up. And that doesn't mean I won't support you. No, I will support you. And yeah, if sometime you've got some emergencies, I could replace you. But I won't be doing that forever or consistently. But yeah, if you've got some emergencies, if you've got some issues, I could, replace you. I could work with your team because they are my team. But again, it's your business. You gotta put the right time for it to build it. If you want to make a lollipop money, yes, I would have tell you don't need 8 hours, you need 4 hours. But because I'm just being very honest, very transparent from the beginning, because I know that is a huge business and a huge result, so it needs that. Nothing come easy. Easy come, easy go.
So for me and Sajjad, what we need to do, because we have the same issue, we just need to get our numbers up. Because if we do more invites and more whispers, then we're going to run in, we're going to get to the SW, the last W, the people waiting.
Absolutely. And when Sajjad told me that I got plenty of calls and I got like a panic attack, I told him that's called momentum. And that's what will grab people. When you are into a call with someone and he's asking questions, like, brother, okay, so tell me now, what's your plan? Because I've got another call with Brother Ali now in 10 minutes. So are you in? When you plan to start, Monday or Tuesday? I'll call you. Okay, done. Okay, I'll call you back. I've got to go to Brother Ali. But if you decide to join now, let me know, because if Brother Ali joined before you, he will be above you. That's called courtesy and curiosity and sense of, what we call it, fear of loss.
Okay, so this is what I mean. This is the kind of little scripting that we need. So if we have like few sentences like this, I mean, this is amazing, right? If we do this, obviously that's going to create a different kind of a result for us.
Scripting for what, Sajjad? This is something normal, Habibi.
Yeah. See, right now, if I am missing a call, I'm just being polite and I'm saying, okay, fine. So I'm continuing with the first guy and I'm giving the other guy the push off, right? And that's why I'm getting into a panic. I'm saying, hello, I committed to this guy and now I'm not able to take his call because this first guy is not leaving the phone. So now I have a sentence from you saying that, okay, I have to take that other call. Are you ready to commit? Let me know. Otherwise, I'll call you back or something like that, right?
Create fear of loss. Write down. يا شباب بالعربي هقول لكم هلا هي نصيحة هلا. Write down. Create fear of loss. One of the main purposes of the Blitz campaign and creating a huge momentum is to get you busy enough. So you won't show people that you're running after them. You wouldn't be intentionally or unintentionally starting ignoring people in a decent way because they know that you are busy. So they know that you're having a momentum. So the fear of loss is created. Accordingly, they will take a faster action. I told you I don't need to explain why every aspect in the campaign is placed. But the numbers, the data is part of the big data science. Everything is putting with a purpose. But if I need to explain everything, we would have stayed like 2 months explaining the Blitz campaign.
Got it.
So create fear of loss. When you're having two calls simply, now you are into a call with someone. You're talking about the business, you're answering his questions positively, and you're telling him about the project and the support you got from the team, the support you got from the founder, the success that the founder can get. And if they have done that, we can do much more because our opportunity is much bigger, and because they have paved the way for us. And I'm so excited about you, brother Jafar. I'm so excited about brother Muhammad because I know what you're capable at. And now you're having your other call with the other guy, your phone is ringing. And brother Jafar is saying you, yeah, I know, but maybe this is happening. Brother Jafar, brother Muhammad is calling and I'm committed to go for other calls. So please let me know when you are planning to start, because I need to get the other call. And I answered you first. I'm answering you first because I really wanted you to be the first one with me. And you know the importance of time. The first two or the first three, everyone joins before. Whatever I bring after that, 50% of it goes under them. So if you're planning to join now, let me know. I will just call Brother Muhammad and tell him, just give me 20 minutes. I'll call you back so we can finish the sign up now. If you think you'll be ready tomorrow or day after, okay, also let me know so we can book a time. Okay, and I can go and answer my other, because I have almost 6 people in the presentation. I need to go and answer the questions. Some of them are excited and they are already A. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Yep, definitely.
Can you say that?
Yes, yes.
But you cannot pretend it.
No,
but
definitely no. No.
it's happening because of the Blitz. I'm so busy with the
Yes.
Blitzers and trying to make a living on my other stuff that I'm really in a bit hurry. I got to get people off the phone. I say, listen, I do that sort of thing. It's improving.
Because our
of the
schedule is
Blitz.
only 15 minutes per call, and then the next call timing starts. So
Exactly. And what do I mean by you can't fake it or you can't pretend it is if you have low number of invitations, low number of follow-up call, you won't be in that hurry. You won't create that fear of loss.
you're right.
Try to pretend it, it will not look that serious. But when you're really getting that call, and people can feel that. So that's why maintain the whispers, maintain the number of invitations, maintain the number of prospects. You will get into that atmosphere naturally. And you will create that fear of loss naturally. And you
Problem is, I'm also creating stress.
good. One aspect of leadership is learning how to work under stress.
Or how to eliminate stress.
You know me.
I do a lot
I've
of
been
work to
CFO,
eliminate
so
stress.
I handle stress, but this is a different type of stress.
Sajjad, we'll work together.
And you used to
Let's do that, Peter.
to handle much bigger stress when you are at the end of the financial year, fiscal year, and you need to put all the audits and all the numbers and the salaries before the year close. And always the CEOs comes and ask you to do this just the last few weeks before the year ending.
Absolutely.
And with thousands of papers and numbers and Excel sheets and calculations, you need to do the work of 1 year in 7 days.
See, that stress I can handle. Because I'm trained to handle that stress, and I'm expert at that.
Now,
but this one, I'm not the expert, and I'm still learning, and I'm still a baby in this one. So that's why I need to learn more and more.
Good. But what I mean, this stress is much easier than the other stress, because that stress, if you make a mistake, gets mistaken the budget, you'll go to jail. Your company could go bankruptcy. That's a lot of responsibility. But this stress, if you just tell someone I'm busy and gonna go to the other call, he will not feel bad. He will not hate you. The worst thing, he will be jealous and he wants to call you back or at least take an action. Or if he will feel bad, that means it's his problem.
But this is my problem. I'm not making him feel bad. I'm giving him the time and not calling the other person.
Great. Okay. let me just say that in Arabic very fast. يا جماعة أنا كنت عم بقولها للجماعة كل شيء بالبليتز محطوط له معنى. لما قلنا لكم عندك يكون نمبر اوف انفيتيشن كثير والناس الحاضرين كثير، لانه البرزنتيشن بعد البرزنتيشن بيكون عندك 4-5 بدك تكلمهم. هذا اللي بيجبرك انك تحلق لبعض الناس بطريقه محترمه. يعني اكتبوا create fear of loss. دائما اخلق فضول انه الانسان ممكن يخسر. كيف؟ انت عم تتكلم مع محمد، تعمل معاه الكلوزنج تكلمنا عليه بالفولو، بتجاوبوا على اسئلته، بتسالوا الاسئله اللي ما فيها لا، بتاخذ منه الكوميتمنت، بتكلموا على السبورت تبع التيم، بتفرجي ممكن تفرجيه فيديوهات الايفنت، ممكن تقول له على التيم وكيف يشتغل، وممكن تفهموا انه فرصتنا هلا مع بعض اكبر كثير من فرصه الناس سبقونا لانهم مهدوا لنا الطريق. وتبلش تسال وفهموا اهميه الوقت وشو معناه انك تكون اول واحد. هلا انت عارف انه بدك تكلم شخص ثاني، اجالك تليفون ثاني، او انت عارف عندك 10 دقائق مع كل واحد، مرت ال10 دقائق معه هو بيكلمك طب ما يا هلا ما هو هيك، طب ما هو طب انا بدي اعمل بس انا خايف ما اعملش. محمد حبيبي شوف انا ما مضطر اروح اكلم علي لانه عم بيكلمني وكان معي برزنتيشن واحتمال بده يسجل. فهلا قول لي انت امتى حابب تاخذ القرار؟ اسئلتك كلها ما في تدريبات حتدرب عليها، حنشتغل مع بعض، حنساعد بعض، بس انا لازم اروح اخذ تليفون الثاني. اذا انت مستعد تبلش هلا قول لي، لا ابعت مسج لعلي اقول له بس اعطيني كمان 20 دقيقه ادخل معك وخلص التسجيل. اذا مش جاهز هلا مش مشكله، بناخذ موعد بكره الثلاث او الاربع الساعه، قول لي الساعه 8 ولا 9 اوكي، وبنكمل الاسئله تبعتك وبفوت بافتر برزنتيشن. بس بدي اروح انه ارد على علي انه بيستناني. هذا الاشي اللي هو الزخم اللي بيخرق الفير اوف لوس، وهذا الاشي انت ما فيك تألفه وما فيك تمثله، ولو مثلته حيطلع حمضان. لكن لما انت فعلا عندك الانفيتيشن كثيره وعندك المواعيد كثيره، هذا الاشي حينخلق ناتشرالي. فيعني الشخص اللي بيسال جاوبه على اسئلته كذا، بس ما تحسس انه هو انه انت عندك كل وقت الدنيا لإله. لازم يحس انك انت مشغول وعندك other calls وفعلا بدك تروح على other calls. هذا اللي بيخلق عنصر الخوف من الخساره، لانك انت برضه بالفولو كول شرحت له اهميه الوقت وشرحت له حيساعده حيشتغل معه. يا جماعه هذا الشيء اللي كان وطبعا برضه كانوا بيسالوا شو احنا بنعمل بالفولو ميتنج اللي بعد البرزنتيشن. هذا الشيء الكلام بالبلتس وهذا انفيتيشن ورك شوب انت بتعمل عنها. يا جماعه who's someone is هلا
ايوه معك، بس شوي الصوت عندي ما عم اسمع. عفوا
بالك في شيء بدقدق.
هي العاب ناريه بالشارع، ما عم رح اسكر المايك.
اوكي فهاي النقطه مهمه جدا creating fear of loss. عصام بدك تقول شيء؟ عصام بدك تقول شغله؟ عصام يا عصام.
انا سامع
كنت
سامعني كده؟
سامعك بس كنت
لا بقول على صوت الخبط بس. لا مفيش حاجه، اتفضل معاك متابع.
اوكي فهي النقطه جدا مهمه يا جماعه. الزخم تبع عدد الانفيتيشنز وعدد الويسبرز اللي يكون مستمر، هذا اللي بيخلق الزخم، المومنتم اللي بيخلق الفير اوف لوس عند الناس واللي بيخليهم يتسرعوا باخذ الديسيجن. اوكي so let's move back to our slides. Okay, we talked about those points. Now we back to the objection. Now we knew that what is the objection and how important is the objection, and it's actually the mirror that reflects the desire. Okay, how can I handle objections? Rule number one, remember it's a negotiation, it's not an argument. When someone comes with an objection, in Trustpilot, it's a scam, pyramid scheme, or blah, blah, blah. Said, no, you don't understand. It's not like this, blah, blah, blah. Remember, it's not a fight. It's not a war. Always argument will end with no result. You are negotiating. It's a peaceful negotiation. You need to clarify things for the person. So remember, it's a negotiation. It's not an argument. Don't try to be a sponge pop. You know the sponge pop? You know the sponge pop, how it sucks all the water? You need to suck the negativity. You don't need to be tough and hard, do. But you don't need to be weak. You need to be sharp, confident. But you don't get angry. Show your full attention. Write down their points. Every time they're mentioning objections, you show that you're really listening carefully, and whatever you're writing it down. So that show them that you're interested, you're focusing on what they say. اتذكروا انه اول رول او اول قاعده بالتعامل مع الاعتراضات انه هذا عباره عن نقاش مش جدال بيزنطي. انت مش داخل تحاربه، مش تكسير روس. بدك تكون زي الاسفنجه، تعرف تمتص السلبيه بس بنفس الوقت ما تكون ضعيف، تكون واثق وشخصيتك حاده بس ما تعصب وما تزعل وما تخانق. بدك تكون سبونج بوب. بدك تعمل هذا البالانس. وبدك تفرجي الشخص اللي بيعطيك الاوبجكشن انتباهك وتركيزك للسلبيات اللي بيعطيك اياها، انك انت تكتب. هو عم بيحكي وانت عم بتهز راسك وعم تكتب، فعم بحس انك انت مش عم تستهين بالنقط ولا عم تستخف منها ولا عم تستخف منه، عم تعطي الاتنشن. فافتكر اول اشي هذا مش جدال، هذا نقاش. انت بدك تكون زي الاسفنجر، سبونج بوب، بس بنفس الوقت ما بدك تكون ضعيف، بدك تكون واثق، ما تعصب. فرجي اهتمامك للشخص الاوبجكشنز تبعته بانك تكتبها، فانك معطي له اهتمام لكلامه. هذا بيزيد الريسبكت وبيخليه يحترم كلامك. Then the third rule of handling objection, a very simple, very powerful, very effective. The 3F rule, F. Feel, felt, found. And I believe that most of you have attended that training with me, but I'm going to recap. Feel, felt, found. After you are doing a peaceful negotiation, not an argument, after you being a sponge pop smiling, but with a sharp and confident personality without being angry, after you show the interest and writing down all his concerns and points, once he's done, now you start to handle it. It's like someone comes to you with a filled up cup of negativity. If you start handling that time, he's still a lot in his bucket. He still have a lot. That no matter what you talk, he's gonna just like, spray more in your face. You're gonna talk, he spray more in you because you still have a lot. You need to empty that cup. Let him talk. And let him see that you're giving an attention for that by writing these points. Now, when he freed out that cup, take out things, cite everything. And when he saw your attention and respect of writing his point, with a decent smile in your face without getting angry, then he's getting that big question mark in his face. You're not angry, and at the same time, you still look very confident. And he has still nothing to talk about. So, what is going on? Now, at that state of mind, he's waiting for two things. Either for you to fight back, so he will arm his defensive weapon and be ready to fight back, and it turns into an argument, or either you change the direction of the whole scenario into negotiation by accepting his statement. And that's the first shock he gets. He's expecting from you to argue. Because for him, you're the owner of the company. For him, you're someone gonna sell him something. For him, you're someone that you work for that company. And no matter what he says, you're gonna fight back. So I'm gonna reframe it. I'm gonna change the whole direction of the argument into negotiation by accepting his statement in the first F, feel. I know how you feel. And I'm gonna confirm on that in the second F because I felt the same. Now, instead of that person thought of me as someone want to sell him something, as someone want to respond back, as someone want to fight back, as someone want to defend, as someone want to argue, I'm telling him that you're right. And whatever you're saying, I have been through. And then he'll be like, then what did you do? Or why you've joined, if you knew that. I wanted to reach to that phase of mind. Now, when he does this, he's waiting to listen. He's open up. He's not blocked. Then I start to put my medication into his poison's negativity. But if his mouth is closed, I cannot give him the medicine, like his mind. If his mind is blocked, I cannot meditate his negativity. So the first two F is just to make him understand that me and you are on the same line and make him surprised. Then if you know that, then how did you join, Isam or Peter? Then what did you do to make it happen? That state of mind, that means his mouth is open, his mind is open for the third F. But what I found is different, and I start to handle when he's ready and open his mouth for me to put the medicine. That is the three state of handling objection. I know how you feel. I feel the same. Then I wait for him to ask, then, what did you do? Why did you join? How did you handle it? He's ready to listen. His mind is open, like his mouth is open for the medicine. Now his mind is open for the meditation of the negativity. That is the third root of handling objection. I know how you feel. I'm going to give you some examples. I know how you feel.
And if that doesn't work,
Sorry?
if that still doesn't calm him down and open up his mind.
Give me an example.
So, initially it was all my family, and then because my cousins had come, we all had a meeting, a dinner at one of our cousins' house, and they all started asking me these questions. And of course, there were some couple of smart Alex, and they, this is a scam, and this is this, and this is that. So this is exactly what I did, I mean, I didn't say feel, felt, found, but I said the same thing. I was in the same situation, and I did my due diligence, and this is what I found. But those smart Alex guys, they were very, very, the mind was closed. I realized there was no point talking about it to them at that stage, So instead of spoiling everybody, I kind of just let this topic go, and later on I addressed the other guys. But those two guys, I have not spoken to them at all.
Okay, I will not answer you until I know the full details.
Okay.
Have you seen the debate of between what's his name? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. I don't remember him. What's his name? That the South African
Ahmad Didat?
Ahmad Didat.
Okay.
He's spoken to one guy in UK and he was like, you were talking at like 50 or 600 kilometers per hour, but I'm a little bit old person, so I could not match your speed. Maybe that was
Okay.
that what happened to you. Those smarty guys, maybe they were bombarding you, and you were like, and I know you were kind of a person that you just gonna get the first, second hit, and okay, you just you're gonna work out your muscles of taking out those things and taking it onto being a SpongeBob without getting annoyed, without getting bothered. Let them talk and talk and talk. When I said about the first F Sajjad, I don't start with the first, because I'm not gonna say it as a story. Sorry, I'm not gonna say it as like I'm memorizing it. I know all of that, I've been through it, I did my due diligence, but what I found, I won't go through the first F until they ask me. I would have keep staying in the first Fs until I made sure that they know me and them are on the same line.
Right, that is the point.
And then they come up and say, then why did you do it? If you saw all of that, it's a scam. Then how would you like manage to jeopardize your reputation, brother Sajjad? Here where I smile and I put the third F. You really want to know? Yes, let us know. So please listen and let me finish. What I found is this. Let them empty the cup. Let them empty the cup. And while they talk, okay, I would grab a piece of paper and start writing down. You found it, which site? What else? Really? Wow, okay. I'm writing. I said, you're done. What else you know? I'm really interested. I want to know. You're gonna help me a lot on this. Because maybe you're gonna tell me things that I've never knew about. Yeah, I think that's all what I found, but it's enough, man. I said, no, you're absolutely right, brother. Yeah, I feel the same. I had the same issue. I went to this first site, I went to this site, I went to Google, I saw this and I saw that, and it happened to me exactly. I know you're absolutely right. Whatever you saw there is right, because also I did my due diligence and I found this site and and also said the same thing happened to me, and I found so many other sites. And you know what? Even I'll give you more negativity. You know what? I found one guy in Google. He said that, this is like a pyramid scheme, and most of people, they don't make money. Only people at the top, right? You saw the same. Yeah, we got those. And then I will keep onto that negotiation until they ask me, then why you want us to do it if you know that all? You don't care about us? Or why did you do it at the beginning? You're okay with jeopardizing your reputation? I would be like, do you really want to know? They said, yes. Then good, please listen.
Are you emptying the cup of their objections? Is their cup full of objections?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then I'll be like, please listen. Guys, I've done my due diligence. I've seen that. I've seen this Facebook. I've seen this Google. I've seen this. I've seen that. But do you really know or want to know why am I doing it? Because what I found is totally different. And I would have come with some example that I would have asked, for example, some brand names. I know maybe they don't know Salvadori Ferragamo, but I'm sure that they know, for example, Hugo Boss or Versace. I would have asked him, do you know Salvadori Ferragamo? So maybe, no, I don't think so. But for sure you know Hugo Boss, right? I said, okay, do you know Paul, what is that? Paul Smith, for example. Paul Smith, maybe some of them now. It's like, okay, do you know that the Paul Smith wallet is twice more expensive than Hugo Boss wallet? Do you know that, for example, Mont Blanc, right? Mont Blanc, all we know Mont Blanc, right? You know that Paul Smith wallet is twice more expensive than Mont Blanc bag? That doesn't mean, you don't know that, right? That doesn't mean that Salvadori Ferragamo or Paul Smith is not as good as Hugo Boss or Versace, as an example. So what I found is this exactly, guys. Let me just do that in Arabic because that's the example I'm going to mention. اوكي؟ طيب القاعده الثالثه يا جماعه بالاف اف اف او التعامل مع الاعتراضات. عصام هاله انتم مركزين معي عشان ما بكونش اشرح
ايوه ايوه معك.
معي؟ ايمن معي؟
معك.
معاك يا ريس.
طيب قاعده
النقطة الأخيرة دي بعد إذنك مهمة جدا عشان الأستاذ أيمن، اللي هو لما تلاقيه معاك اون ذا سيم لاين ديت مهمة جدا، يا ريت تأكد عليها برضه.
طيب ماشي. ايمن معانا؟ ايمن يا ايمن يا حاج ايمن يا استاذ ايمن.
هو سامع بس تلاقيه في الشغل مش عارف يفتح المايك بس.
سامع والله معلش.
هو سامع.
مزنوق في الشغل.
هو سامع بس اتفضل يا ريس، هو سامع.
ايمن ضحكتك زي الدكتور عمرو خالد.
لا ده هو تلميذي. بس ماليش الشر. الله يبارك فيك يا رب.
حبيبي الله يخليك. اوكي نتكلم ثالثه بالهاندلنج وبشكل التعامل مع الاعتراضات هي قاعده الاف اف اف. زي ما احنا بنقول بعد ما الشخص انت بادي مع الكونسبت انك انت عباره عن اسفنجه تمتص السلبيه من غير ما تضعف وتكون شخصيتك حاده وقويه من غير ما تعصب. بتفرجي له الاهتمام انك انت بتكتب سلبياته قدامه، عم تكتب له شو اهتمامك في الموضوع بالابتسامه الانيقه الديسنت ريسبكتفul، انه هو مش عم بشوفك عم تتضايق او بتعصب، لا يور سو جود. بنفس الوقت انت اللي عم تعمله انه عم بتخليه يفرغ كوبايته. يعني انت بتستنى هذا الشخص يطلع كوبايته كلها عشان تبدا تهندل. طيب بعد ما هو خلص كتبت كل شيء، انه لان طول ما هو بيتكلم لو انت دخلت هو انت حتعالج شيء بس هو لسه عنده سلبيه ممكن ترجعها في وشك. طب بدك تعالجه حتى لسه عنده، خليه يخلص وخليه يحس بانك ما تاثرت وبنفس الوقت مهتم عم تكتب كل شيء. عن جد. وشو كمان؟ شو لقيت؟ ممتاز. على فكره المعلومات كلها هي بتفيدني، يعني بالاول وبالاخر احنا بنشتغل مشروع مع بعض وانا بيهمني اعرف كل هاي الديتيلز لانه بالاول وبالاخر مصلحتنا واحده. فقول لي كمان محمد شو كمان لقيته او شو اللي قريته او شو التحديات اللي لقيتها او شو المشكله اللي كانت عندك. موضوع مثلا الفلوس، السلبيه على السوشيال ميديا، موقع كذا كذا، وشو كمان مواقع، شو موقع ثاني، شو اسمه اعطيني اياه بالله. بهالطريقه انا عم بكتب اللي عم بقوله وعم بحسه بالاهتمام، عم بفضي كل كوبايته. وبعد ما فضي كوبايته هو هون في ستيت اوف مايند او في حاله عقليه خلص. هو مستني مني شو؟ مستني مني ارد، صح؟ مستني مني اهاجمه، مستني مني اغلطه، ومجهز الديفنسيف ويبن، اسلحته الدفاعيه. طب انا بدي اياه يشرب الدواء، هو مريض، السلبيه هاي اللي عنده نشبهها بمرض، الله يبعد عنا المرض جميعا، وبدي اعطي له الدواء. طول ما هو مسكر تمه مستحيل اقدر اشربه الدواء. نفس الشيء عقله، طول ما عقله مسكر ما حقدر ادخل المديتيشن العلاج لهي السلبيه. فالغرض من الاف اف اف انه انا اغير النطاق والتوجه تبع النقاش، لانه بالنسبه له هو شايف انه انا واحد بشتغل بالشركه كل همي ابيعه، او انا صاحب الشركه فلا يعني ما حدش بيحكي عن زيت واكل، فشو ما حيقول انا بدي ادافع وبدي اهاجم وبدي اغلطه. فهو مجهز حاله، لا هيو على الموقع الفلاني وانا بفرجيك على الموقع، هو متوقع انه يفوت بهالشيء. انا بدي اعمل له شغله اسمها بريف فريمينج، بدي اغير نطاق الحديث كله. لما بقول له على فكره محمد كلامك مزبوط، هي الاف الاولى I know how you feel، انا عارف كيف بتحس، كلامك مزبوط. ولا كيف يعني؟ بقول له مزبوط كلامك 100% صح، لانه على فكره انا مريت بنفس الشيء، وانا على فكره دخلت على الموقع الفلاني وشفت كذا، وعلى موقع وزيدك من الشعر البيت في كمان موقع ثاني اسمه كذا كذا بقول هيك، وفي واحد على الفيسبوك بقول كذا. فيعني ما في شيء باللي قلته، كل شيء بتقوله مزبوط. بيجيبوا لي طب عصام يعني انت كنت بدك اياني افوت معك بهيك شيء؟ ولا يا عصام انت بترضى على سمعتك انك تبلش بهيك شيء؟ كيف يعني؟ شايف هذا التعجب او شكل التعجب او كيف يعني او ليش؟ معناه هو دماغه فتح، صار متقبل. زي انه كان مسكر تمه وتمه فتح، بقدر اعطيه الدواء. فانا ما بدي انتقل للاف الثالثه اللي ادخل الدواء واهندل قبل ما اوصل لمرحله انه هو يسالني طب ليش؟ طب شو عملت؟ والله انا حاب ابدا بالمشروع بس بتعرف الراتب وبتعرف مصروف البيت والمدرسه والكذا والمبلغ هذا، وغير هيك كمان انا يعني الوقت اللي عندي مش عارف شو، والدوام من الساعه كذا للساعه كذا، وعم بحكي بكتب. وشو كمان محمد الشغلات اللي انت شايفها انه ممكن تكون هي معيق لك تعمل هالمشروع؟ والله كمان في شغلات هون شفتها انا وقريتها، بخليه يحكي. تقريبا هذا الاشي كله يا عصام، هذا اللي انا شايفه، هذا اللي يعني هذا هو موديل ينفي يخليني ما اقدر اشتغل في هالمشروع. هو مستني مني اقول له لا انت غلطان، لا انت فيك تعمل هيك. بقول له معك حق محمد. كيف يعني؟ بقول له معك حق مزبوط، الكلام اللي انت بتقوله كله صح. انا برضه لو اول ما بديت قعدت احسبها $600، طب ما انا عندي ايجار بيت كذا ومدرسه كذا ومواصلات كذا ومصروف بيت كذا وبضل لي من راتب كذا، وغير انه انا عندي التزامات مثلا كريدت كارد او عندي قرض او عندي ما بحول فلوس لاهلي في مصر او اهلي في فلسطين او كذا. ففعلا يعني كل شيء قلت لي اياه مضبوط. وغير انه انا والله شغال من الساعه 8 للساعه 9، فالوقت هذا كله برضه اللي حصرني. يعني انا ما بقدر اقول لك غير انه كل شيء قلته مضبوط. شفت كيف انا قلت لك؟ طب يعني كيف بدك يعني اعملها؟ هذا الوش او هذا انا هون ببلش احط الاف الثالثه. انا بدي يوصل لمرحله انه بده يستقبل. الاف الاولى والاف الثانيه انا مش عم بجاكره، مش عم بعانده، مش عم بغلطه، عم بايده، بقول انه كلامك صح. وعلى فكره انا برضه صار معي نفس الشيء. الهدف من اول 2 اف انه انا افتح دماغه، لانه الانسان طول ما هو بيعطي اعتراضات الجدال ولا عمره راح يستقبل اي معلومه، راح ياخذ كل معلومه ويسمعها بس لكيف يرد عليها. هذا هو الجدال، مش بيسمعها ليستفيد منها، لا بيسمعها عشان يعرف كيف يرد عليها، انه عنده بلوك. انا بدي افتح البلوك عشان افتح تمه لاخذ دواء، بدي افتح عقله لابدا اهندل له الاوبجكشن. بس طول ما عقله مسكر مش حيتهندل الاوبجكشن. زي ما سجاد اعطاني مثال، قال لي طب لو هذا الموضوع ما زبط. انا كنت مره قاعد باجتماع للعيله 4-5 من اولاد عمي، في منهم 2 اللي هم العباقره الاذكياء، وانا فعلا قالوا لي هذا البيراميد سكيم وهذا سكام وهذا نصب وهذا التسويق الهرمي وهذا مش عارف شو وهالكلام. فانا قلت لهم انا برضه عملت الديو ديليجنس تبعتي وعملت التحريات، بس اللي لقيته غير هيك، بس ما زبط معهم. قلت له لانه اصلا انت غلط اللي عملته. قال لي كيف؟ قلت له انت ما فيك تدخل بالاف الثالثه الا لما تتشبع من الاف الاولى والثانيه وتحسسهم انه كلامهم صح وتحسسهم انه انت قلت صح، ويوصلوا لمرحله ان هم مستغربين. طب كيف بدك ايانا نعمل هيك اذا كل شيء قلنا لك اياه مزبوط؟ فهمني. قلت لهم ساعتها بتقولهم فعلا حابين تعرفوا ليش؟ طبعا. اوكي لو سمحتوا اسمعوا للاخر. بعد ما اخلص جعبتهم من السلبيه، اتاكد انه فرغت الكوبايه وحفزتهم انه كلامكم صح، وانا برضه صار معي نفس الشيء عن طريق ستوري. people love to listen to stories. فالهدف من الاف الاولى والاف الثانيه احول الموضوع من جدال الى نقاش بناء، وما بتسرع ابدا بالهندله لاتاكد انه تفرغت جعبتهم وهم مستعدين للسماع، او حتى هم طالبين باستغرابهم او بدهشتهم طب ليش عملت هيك؟ طب كيف بدك اياه نفوت بهيك مشروع؟ طب انت كيف رضيت على نفسك تفوت هيك؟ طب انت كيف زبطت حالك وعملت الفلوس؟ طب انت كيف زبطها واذا انت شغال 8 ساعات في اليوم وانت بتلحق؟ طب انت كيف؟ طب انت ليش؟ طب انت. هذا اللي عم بقوله. هذه الافين الاولى. فما اتسرع بالاف الثالثه. وصلت؟ وصلت عصام؟ وصلت ايمن؟
تمام يا ريس، مظبوط، ممتاز.
اوكي let's take an example. While you are doing the triple F rule, Peter and Sajjad, you're following.
Yeah.
Yes.
While you are doing the 3F concept with handling the objection, you're back in your mind, you remember the card concept and SW rule. You are not stressed for them to join.
Sorry, can you repeat?
While you are handling people objection, back in your mind, you are confident and you are cool. And you remember the SW rule and the cards concept. That some will join, some won't. So what? Someone else waiting. And that will help you not to be stressed out. And they can see you so confident talking. Sharp. Not effective. And again, before I'll jump to the third F of handling their objection, I need to make sure that their cup had been emptied. And I need to make sure that I emphasize enough about the first two F in a way that make them surprised and having questioned them, why are you doing this? Or why you want me to do this? Or how did you make it? Then I'll be like, do you really want to listen? Or do you really want to know why? I need to make sure that they're open up to receive the medication. Their mouth is open to take the medicine. I don't get into a hurry. And what's gonna help me in that is remembering the SW rule and the card concept. I'm not stressed. I'm not dying for them to join. If they're gonna join me, it's great. If they're not gonna join me, it's still great. It's up to them, someone else is bearing. Because the more I get no, the faster I'm closer to the yes. That will help me to have that inner peace and be confident and sharp with my answers. Then after I started to make sure that they're ready, then I start to handle, and we've gone through so many handling. For example, if they talk about it's a scam or it's a pyramid scheme, after I emphasize in the first step, and they'll be like, then how did he join? It's like, do you really want to know that? What I found, guys, that in business, there are two things. There are opinions and there are facts, right? And if it comes to opinion, people say whatever they want to do. And the real proof of that, if you go now to Google and you put Google scam, you've got millions. If you put Apple scam, you got millions. If you got this scam, you got millions. Those are opinion, but that's Microsoft, that's Apple, that's Google. And what I've learned, if I want to do business, I need to follow facts. Do you really want to see facts? Yeah. I take them to the website of the NV government. I show them the registration. I take them to hotels.com. It's $1 billion company. And show them this company with this big brand building name. They're saying proudly their partnership in Dubai. I show them all those brand names. And I told them, those are facts. Do you think the owner of those big companies and the federal government would care less about their reputation more or less than the people in the internet talking? Those are opinions, these are facts. The facts say it, it's a running business for 20 years. Nobody operates. The federal government and the Danish government and Dubai have been approving them and renewing the license for 20 years. You can scam people for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but not for continuously 20 years. What the facts are, those big brand names, they have especially highly professional trained teams to do diligence their branding and their deals. And they want to hook their name with a pyramid scheme or with a scam company. This is not like something that you ever heard about. This is not a pyramid scheme. This is not a Ponzi scheme. It's an e-commerce revolution. As simple as that. When someone tells me about the money, he talks about the money. And I just, again, emphasize on the same F. I know how you feel, brother. You're absolutely right. $600 is, at this time, is a little bit of amount. I had the same issue like you. I have this rent, I have the school, I have this, I have that, I have this credit card, I have this loan. And especially at this time, you know, to grab an extra $600, that's an absolutely something tough. You're right. I've been through it exactly. Yeah, brother Sujat, yes, you know, this time is and I really couldn't handle it, but yeah, I told him the same, Jaffer. I had the same thing. I'm out of job for 2 years or 1 year or blah, blah, blah. This, then yeah, God bless us all. And maybe inshallah things will be better. But tell me, how did you do it? If you had all of these challenges, then how could you manage to manage? I would tell him, see, brother Jaffer, one of the reasons that I contacted you is because I'm 100% sure that you don't have that extra $600 like me. And because I'm 100% sure, I know who you are, what talents you've got, what skills you've got, and what results you can get. And I believe if you and me, because me, this is how I take it for myself, after working for 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, I don't have an extra $600 for a project to change my life. That means I'm into a financial cancer. And if I don't step up to treat that cancer immediately, it will take over my life. And I asked myself this question, if not this, what? What else I can start at this low risk? With the same potential of earning, with the same team that support me to grow? I asked myself this question several times, and I had no answer. So I managed to get the money before the money will start to manage the ruining of my life. And this is the lowest risk in the world I can jump to, but with an unlimited income stream. Makes sense?
Are you recording this meeting so we could play it back?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Brilliant.
So this is where, you know, and we talked about that. And you have in YouTube, I have training called Handling Objection, where it's almost 2 hours only just handling objection.
Yes, I watched that. I'll watch that again.
Okay, so just, you know, we talked about time, we talked about money, we talked about not my cup, we talked about pyramid scheme or scam, we talked about the negative social media, and even Tim cells have like short videos of every objection. Right, Brother Sajjad?
Yes, yes. I'm using that. I'm sending those to people.
Okay, so this is the third F, but you make sure that you're not putting your third F before you are having enough with the first 2 Fs and you feel the person is open up and ready to receive the meditation. And what will help you in that? Remembering the card concept and the SW rule. Back in your mind, you're confident, solid, sharp. that so what someone else is wearing. I've got to do what I have to do. That's it. No pressure. No one is stopping on top of your head with a gun. Be confident, cool, and don't walk away defeated. Don't walk away defeated. Got it? Now يا جماعة بعد ما تأكدت أنا من الإفين الأولى، أيمن هالة عصام سامعين؟
ايوه سمعاني.
أوكي. بعد ما تأكدت من الإفين الأولى وأعطيتهم حق، خليتهم يفرغوا ما بجعبتهم، كتبت حسيتهم يستقبلوا، ببدأ بالإف الثالثة. والإف الثالثة أخذنا عليها كثير تدريبات سواء بالبليتس أو عندي باليوتيوب شانل تدريب اسمه التعامل مع الاعتراضات، ساعة ونص ساعتين بس بتكلم اعتراضات اللي ما في وقت، ما في فلوس، الشركة هي نصب، سوشيال ميديا سكام، not my cup of tea. بس بكل بساطة التعامل مع الاعتراضات بالاف الثالثة. زي مثلا بيجي بيقول لي هذا الموضوع نصب، أو في شركات زي هاي كثير ونصبوا على الناس وأبصر شو، أنا ما في أعمل هالشيء. طبعا بخليه يحكي وبكتب شو المواقف زي ما قلت لكم، باجي بقول له مزبوط انت حكيك 100% صح، على فكره انا مريت بنفس الشيء وانا شفت موقع كذا وموقع كذا وبار عليه. طب انت كيف عملتي هيك؟ طيب يعني كيف مش فارق معك اسمك ولا سمعتك؟ يعني عادي هيك انك تعملي، ولا بدك انا افوت بهيك دخلات؟ ولا محمد بدك عن جد تعرف ليش؟ بدك الحق ولا ابن عمه؟ قال لي بدي الحق. طب فيك تسمعني للاخر؟ تفضلي. هذا الشيء انا كله شفته، هذا الشيء انا كله قريته. بس تعرف شو هو الشيء اللي لقيته؟ اللي لقيته انه في عالم البزنس في شغلتين، في آراء وفي حقائق. الآراء الانترنت عبارة عن سورس مفتوح، كل واحد بيكتب اللي بده اياه. الدليل على ذلك تعال نشوف مع بعض. فوتوا على جوجل واكتب له جوجل نصب، حتلاقي 200 مليون واحد تكلم عن جوجل نصب. اكتب له ابل نصب 60 مليون واحد، اكتب له مايكروسوفت نصب، قل له شو ما بدك من انجح واكبر شركات في العالم مكتوب عليها نصب، حتلاقي 100,000 مليون. بس هل هذا معناه انه ابل نصب؟ هل هذا معناه انه جوجل نصب؟ هل هذا معناه انه مايكروسوفت نصب؟ هذه اسمها الآراء. لكن الحقائق انه هاي مايكروسوفت، انه هاي ابل، انه هاي جوجل، انه هذا الرسول عليه الصلاه والسلام. في كتاب بسبوا بذموا بالرسول. هالكلام. احنا في عالم المال والاعمال والبزنس هذا الشيء ثاني. ما حدش بيحكي عن زيته وهكذا. اي انسان بيفشل لانه ما التزم، ما اشتغل، ما طبق السيستم، ما حيقول لك فشلت لانه انا فاشل او ما اشتغلت. لازم يلاقي حجه شماعه، لانه الشركه كذا، ما عملت كذا، صار كذا، بلا 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 البكع. لكن بدك تعرف الحقائق، الحقائق تعال نفوت على موقع مثل ما تعلمنا، موقع نيفادا انفيدو جفرمنت بزنس سكرتيري اوف ستيت بزنس ريسيرش، بحط له اسم الشركه ومنته. هاي شركه مسجله من 20 سنه بالحكومه الفيدراليه، الفايل تبعها موجود. برايك الحكومه الفيدراليه ما عندها نفس الجوجل اللي عند الناس؟ ما عندها نفس الفيسبوك اللي عند الناس؟ ما بتخاف على سمعتها وسمعه كينونه الشركات البلاد نفس الناس؟ لو في كل هذا الكلام صحيح شركه نصب وبيراميد سكيم كان جددوا لها. اصلا قانون البيراميد سكيم او التسويق الهرمي اول من منع من الحكومه الامريكيه الفيدراليه. لو هاي الشركه كانت بيراميد سكيم مش كانت اول حكومه قفلتها الحكومه الامريكيه؟ باجي بدخل له على موقع دوبي.com بقول له شايف هاي البراندات كلها؟ بتعرف شركه هوتلز.com شركه هذه دخلها السنوي لا يقل عن $1 مليار، يعني اكيد عندها فريق ضخم جدا بس للتحري على اسمها والحفاظ على اسمها. تعال نشوف هوتلز.com، اذهب الى المتجر، هيو على الموقع تبع هوتلز.com، شايف HTTP هوتلز من سيرفر هوتلز بكل فخر بقول لك احنا شركاء مع دوبلي. هل برايك مين اهم، سمعه هوتلز ولا سمعه هذول الناس اللي بيحكوا؟ هاي الشركه بمليارات اللي راس مالها سمعتها. مش برايك انه هي بتشيك وبتتاكد مش عندها نفس الجوجل؟ هذه هي حقائق محمد. وهذا اللي تعلمته يا صديقي، اللي بده يعمل بزنس بدور على حقائق مش على آراء. وإذا إحنا اليوم بدنا ندلدل وداننا للآراء راح يكون عندنا كل شيء بالدنيا غلط. لكن إذا بدنا نشتغل صح بندور على الحقائق، وأنا فرجيتك حقائق وهذا اللي أنا شفته. فما أظني صوت أبل والحكومة الفيدرالية وهوتلز.com مش أعلى من صوت الناس اللي ببعبعوا وبتكلموا على الإنترنت، لأنه الحكي ببلاش. وأنا اللي تعلمته بحياتي أنا فقط بتبع الناس اللي حققوا نتائج. أما الحكي الكل بيعرف يحكي، والحكي ببلاش. لكن حكي عن حكي بيفرق. حكي شركة زي هوتلز، حكي حكومة زي حكومة فيدرالية، حكي شركة زي جوميا وعلي بابا وعلي إكسبرس. عصام عارف في جروبات أنتي دوبلي مش عارف شو، يا ما حكوا على إنه جوميا مش مشتركة، وإحنا سألنا الكاستمر سبورت بيقول هم مش داخلين مع دوبلي هذا الكلام صار له 6 شهور 8 شهور بيحكوه وبيقولوا بيبعثوا له. هل جوميا وقف معنا؟ هذا الفرق بين البعبعة وبين الحقائق. فسيدي الكريم أنا دعيتك لتفوت معي في مشروع. فلما نفوت في مشروع بدنا نطلع على الحقائق مش الآراء. بأي شيء بالدنيا بدك تبدأ فيه أنا أتحداك تفرجيني أي مشروع بالدنيا وأي فكرة بالدنيا ما أدخل لك إياها هلا على جوجل وما أطلع لك عليها سلبية. حرام على بلابلة الدوح، حلال على الطير من كل نوع. كمان خلينا نتكلم بهذا الرقي. أنا عارفاك إنسان راقي وإنسان فاهم وإنسان واعي. تعال نحط ايدينا بإيدين بعض ونبلش المشروع اللي أثبت لك بالحقائق إنه ناجح، مش بالحكي الفاضي تاع الناس. وصلت؟ لما بيجي بحكي لها على الفلوس
بس بعد إذنك تمام وضحت. بس مثلا اللي بيكون اعتراضه إنه ما معه فلوس أبدا، كيف ممكن تقنعه أو كيف ممكن تجاوب بأسلوب يكونه مقنع نوعا ما؟
هذا برضه موجود بالتدريب يا هلا. بدكم تعملوا مجهود وتفتحوا وتتدربوا، هاي بزنس تبعكم. بس هقول لك اياها.
هلا أنا بجاوب بقول لهم، بس يعني ما بقنع. يعني بقول لهم إنه أي مشروع أو أي بزنس بالدنيا بده رأس مال. يعني أنت إذا بدك تفتح مثلا لنفرض محل، أي محل أدوات كهربائية، أي محل، بدك رأس مال أكبر من هذا بكتير، وبدك كذا شهر لحتى تلاقي أرباح. فهذا أقل مشروع ممكن، أقل رأس مال ممكن تحطه بمشروع وما إنه خاسر بنفس الوقت، ما في خسارة، الريسك ما في. بس إنه مع هيك هذا الحكي ما إنه مقنع حتى لو كنت كتير.
انك يا هاله انت هون بتجادلي، ما عملت الاف اف اف. هو هون يعني شوف، ما حدا بيقبل يتغلط، حتى لو هو غلط ما بقبل اعمل غلط. بس يعاند. ليش انا لي ساعه بحكي عن الاف اف اف؟ عشان نشيل الغل تبع مخه وما ياخذ الموضوع الانسان الكلام اللي انت بتقولوه كانك انت بتغلطيه، وبصير بس بده ياخذ كلامك ليرد عليه. فاليوم اف اف اف، وعادي جدا ممكن تعمليها بالطريقه البروفيشنال وبرضه ما يضل مقتنع، عادي. احنا بنعمل اللي علينا، بس بكل بساطه اتبعي هذا السيستم. بنقول لك انا ما معي فلوس، انا كذا. كلامك مزبوط محمد، 100% كلامك صح. $600 بهذا الوقت بالاخص منا هينا واحنا طلاب او احنا كذا، او مثلا انا برضه حسبت عندي والله اجار بيت وعندي مواصلات وعندي كذا وعندي مش عارف شو، وفعلا كان بالنسبه لي ماساه. وبعرف مزبوط كلامك، حكيك مزبوط. طب يعني هذا كيف بدك اياني افوت اذا انت عارفه الكلام كله وانت ما؟ قلت له ما انا مريت بنفس الشيء. طب قولي لي يلا شو عملتي، كيف ظبطتيها؟ يعني انا بدي يعني فهمتي شو مغزى النقاش؟ انا مش لا كل مشروع بده راس مال، ما هو هي كلمه لا اشيليها. ما فيش لا. ما تعارضي، ما بدناش جدال، احنا قلنا بدنا نمتص، بدنا نكون
تمام اوكي. لا هلا انا بصراحه بقول له بالبدايه، بقول له اوكي تمام، بسمعه بقول له معك حق، بس يعني كذا كذا كذا، معك حق. انا نفس الشيء لما بلشت ما كان معي مثلا هيك، يعني انه
بلاش لا وبس، يعني زي ما هي الكلمه بتلغي اللي قبلها، يعني كلام فاضي بس لغت اللي قبلها. فانت الفاظك انتبه على الكلام اللي انت بتقوليه، عشان انت ما بدك تخلقي جدال بيزنطي، ما بدك نقاش. put it into a story. بس معك حق محمد، مزبوط. $600 مبلغ منه هين، وبالاخص بهذا الوقت. الله يعين الناس كلهم، الله يعين الدنيا كلها وريفر. وانا حتى برضه لما انا بلشت، انا عارف شو عم تحكي، كلامك مزبوط. انا بس بلشت قعدت احسبها، عندي اقساط جامعه هالقد، عندي مواصلات هالقد، عندي اجار بيت هالقد، عندي مصروف هالقد، ويا دوب الواحد يعني المصاري بدخلها على قده. وانت اكيد عندك مثلا اولاد او عندك هيك او عندك هيك، اكيد الموضوع منه هين ديفنتلي. الله يعين الكل. ايه مزبوط هذا. هلا الواحد يعني بده يوفر الدرهم ومش عارف شو كذا والمزبوط محمد. ما انا عشان هيك حكيتك شو قصدك يعني. قلها لانه محمد انا بعرف انه ما معك هال $600 حكيتك، او ما معك هال $600 زياده حكيتك مثلي انا. لانه معلش لما انا اليوم اجيت حسبتها، انا صار لي مثلا 2 شغاله، او انت صار لك 3-4 سنوات شغال. طبعا ما تحكي عنه، احكي عن نفسك. انه انا مثلا صار لي هلا 5 سنوات بدرس وعم بشتغل مع وظيفتي شغل كذا كذا كذا، بعد 3 سنوات شغل وما كان عندي $600 لاغير حياتي في مشروع مثل هذا الشيء اللي خلاني افكر انه انا ماشي باتجاه غلط، وانه هذا منحنى خطير جدا. لانه اذا هلا ما معي $600، بعد 3 سنوات ما حيكون معي $200. لانه مثل ما بتعرف كل ما عم نكبر مسؤولياتنا بتزيد، صرفنا بيزيد، ودخلنا ما عم بيزيد بنفس النسبه. فاذا هلا وبعده ما عندنا مسؤوليات، اذا بتحكي مع طالب وما عندي اياهم، لما انا بكره بس اشتغل واتزوج ويكون عندي، ما حيكون عندي اياهم. فعشان هيك اذا ما لقيت، انا فكرت فيها، اذا انا ما طلعت حل هلا لهالموضوع، لقدام ما راح يكون في حل. وما لقيت في شيء انسب من هذا المشروع بهذا الوقت، مع هذا الفريق اللي بيساعدني للنجاح، بهاي المخاطره اللي هي الاقل بالعالم، لأبلش بمشروع يغير لي مسار حياتي بدل ما هو مكمل للانحدار. ولما أنا فكرت فيك، أنا إنه عارفة ومتأكدة ما عندك $600 زيادة، وبنفس الوقت عارفة ومتأكدة مين محمد وشو بيقدر يعمل. ولكن هيك مشروع $600 تتدبر، مش مثل $60,000، لأنه أي مشروع تاني بده 30 و$60,000 وممكن نفشل فيه. لكن هات نسبة نجاح أعلى، فريق بيساعد، مخاطرة شبه معدومة. وبعرف مين هو محمد. لو انا عارف انه انت معك $1,000,000 زياده ما كان اصلا حكيتك. انا حكيتك انه بعرف انه انت بدك تطور، وانا برايي وبعد ما شفته بكل الاتجاهات، ما في بهاي الوقت فرصه فيها مخاطره اقل من هذا الشيء، وفيها نسبه نجاح اكثر من التجاره الالكترونيه، وفيها فريق عم بيساعدك وبيعمل لك برزنتيشن تدريبات ستيب باي ستيب ببلاش. فما اظن في فرصه احسن من هيك لناخذ قرار نغير حياتنا. $600 تتدبر يا صاحبي. وانا هيك لما فكرت بهاي الطريقه دبرته وزبطت حالي. كلمت 4 من الناس اللي بثقوا فيها، كل واحد اخذت منه $100 وانا دبرت $200. وهدول اول ناس كنت عزمهم على البزنس، وخلال شهر كنت برجع لهم. whatever. بي كرييتيف. بس في الاول حسسيه وفاهمين انه كلامه صح. يا بستوريز، وانا صار معي هيك، وكان عندي قصه الجامعه، وانا عارف انت عندك اولاد والله يعينك، والوضع هلا والدنيا والناس تخسر. فوت بحوار قصه، بعدين بدخل بالهاندلنج، بدي اتاكد انه هيز اوبن اب. ما عدت مره واثنين وثلاثه تمرس عليها، يو بي بروفيشنال. بس بلس تفرجوا على الفيديو تبع الهاندلنج اوبجكشن. اوكي؟
تمام.
اليوتيوب channel التعامل مع الاعتراضات. Okay, so that is the basic concept of handling objections. That is the main concept, guys. It is a very political way of talking to people and making sure that you don't start handling either it's money or time or pyramid scheme or Ponzi scam or it's not my cup of tea or I'm not a salesperson or I know some people who failed in it. Everything has an answer, but the way of the answer is important. And all the examples are mentioned in my training or even in 10 sales trainings about those objections and how to handle. It's like 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes in each question. So make sure that you are being that person of the way of handling the objection properly. So now after you know how to handle people's objection, and we're gonna practice it again and again, you must get back to everyone attended the presentation. You must get back to everyone who told you I'm going to sign up. Sit a time with him with a Zoom. How you want to open a Zoom? Simply, you go to zoom.com. Zoom.com. Sign up for free. See? Sign up for free. Phil, you will have an account. Once you will have an account, you will open up a panel like this. It will show you open your username and password. You put your username and password, it will open for you a panel like this. Then simply start meeting. You will click on this, start meeting. When you start the meeting, you go to the participant here